Hello, everybody. Welcome to Casters and Castles, Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus, the coloning, the subcoloning with extra titles added on to spare. I am Tormented by Gnomes. I will be your dungeon master on this rather early morning. And joining me as a fantastic crew, we got Crozan, Darius, Umberto, and Robert. Everybody say hello.
What's up?
It has been a hot minute. It's our last game was April what? We determined like the 25th?
25th, yeah. 25th.
So it's been, like 2 months.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years. But when we last left our heroes, they had been on the trail throughout Baldur's Gate of the Cult of the Dead 3, the minions of Bane, Baal, and Mirkul. And they've been hunting them down. They rooted them out of their home base, but one of their leaders escaped. And that leader was able to reunite with another stronger group of cultists hiding out in a slaughterhouse in the outer city. So our heroes tracked them down, snuck in, and nearly died. Then they left, gathered the locals in the area, told them about the cult, and burned the place to the ground. But there was a secret basement full of evil experiments that the necromancers were performing. So when they surrounded the base again, the Cult of the Dead 3, realizing that they'd been rooted down to their last hideout, decided to go out in a blaze of blood and slaughter. So they released their most powerful creation, a flesh golem with the head of a ram, and all their undead, and they just burst from the ruins and started slaughtering people throughout the outer city as an offering to their dark gods. Our heroes tracked them as they split into two different groups and whittled them down, and they've actually wiped out the entire cult. But they haven't defeated the flesh golem and the remaining undead. As you can see from this map right here, each of these skulls represents a place where civilians were killed by the reckless cultists just rampaging through the city. We're now here in this, it's not a cul-de-sac, but this sort of end area. And they're down to one last group of enemies. Robert, priest of Ilmater, is in the middle of them, just with his shield, protecting himself as best he can, and tanking all of their attacks to significant effect. The rest of our heroes, Crozan is running to rejoin them. Darius and Umberto are on nearby rooftops, firing spells and arrows down to try to whittle down their ranks. If our party can defeat the flesh golem and the remaining skeletons, they will have stopped the bloodshed. Any questions before we begin?
Yes. Am I unmuted? Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm looking at the map here, and I'm not sure that these positions for us are accurate. I thought that Crozan and I were, or Umberto and I were both on these rooftops nearby, so
yeah,
I don't see...
What's going on, basically, is this is the party's location. The whole party is gathered together as a unit.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
But this right here is sort of our actual battle map.
That's what was happening. That's right. The battle mat is this like square, effectively. Okay,
yeah.
Very good. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So just
okay,
map a city onto here. This is, down below.
Yes.
And then this is up. This is in the streets running towards, and this is on the nearby rooftops firing in. And ignore the fact that this is 1,000 feet. It's not actually 1,000 feet.
It's not actually. Yeah.
There's a big D on the ground.
Yeah. Essentially, Umberto, your range is like 120 feet, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. You're at 120 feet, but if you want to use any more powerful shorter range abilities, you'll need to spend movement getting closer. This is all sort of theater of the mind at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Or you just take the numbers.
Wait a minute. Are you making me pretend?
Yeah, we could just divide it by 10.
In this game right now? What are you doing?
I'm making you use your imagination.
Can we do the rest of this in song?
How would you?
Let's do it in Gregorian chant. How about that?
So chanting is way easier than singing.
Yes, significantly. Okay, combat resumes. Darius, it's your turn. There are 3 skeletons and the ram-headed flesh golem. What do you do?
Just to confirm, Robert is dodging right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
And
so
he's got
a
couple protective spells. What protective spells do you have on right now?
A sanctuary, and then just
perfect.
You don't have Shield of Faith, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So we're dodging with Sanctuary. Fantastic. Just wanted to make sure that is a good thing. Yeah, I believe for now, until we decide that we're all ready to close ranks, I'm going to hang back and just keep sniping. So to just take the number of attacks off, I think I'm going to try and break down these skeletons so that way all of us can just come in and surround this flesh golem.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my short bow and make an attack against, since are all these four rather surrounding Robert?
Yes, they are.
Perfect. Then I'm going to just pick off the farthest one.
Okay.
To give the other guys a chance to hit ones that are closer. So I'm going to, where is my short bow? Here it is. I'm going to use a bonus action to do what I've been doing. Just make sure I hide from the rooftop and then pop out and snipe.
Okay.
So I should have advantage on this, right?
Yes.
Do you want me to make a stealth check first?
Go ahead. Their perception is not great, so I'm not that concerned.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's just a waste of time to do that or not, but let's see if I roll a 1. 11. That was a 2.
You are not detected.
Okay, well then I'm not going to bother rolling. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to shoot with a short bow.
I love
and
just
that
the
would be
pile of dice that emerge.
Right.
A 19 to hit for 17
of...
points of damage.
Yeah, is he still alive? Or is the skeleton still living in the world of the realm?
5e skeletons do not have resistance to any kind of damage. So yes, you shatter his skull and he is eliminated from the combat immediately.
Fantastic.
And from this very world.
If I can pick out a closer rooftop just so I can start making my way towards to help Robert, I'd like to do that. If not, I'll hang out here for now.
Use your dash action and go ahead and just move yourself a plot appropriate amount of feet.
Perfect. And I can't dash, but I'll just use my regular movement to find another area.
Good enough.
So
because you used your bonus action to hide, right?
Because I use bonus, yeah. But I'll just basically put myself over here, saying that like I'm getting closer, finding a new rooftop. And that's me.
Well, the necromancer Jameis Exaltarion is dead. So he's out of the list. Umberto, it's your turn. We're gonna say that you're approximately just about 120 feet out.
Okay. Can I move a building closer and then fire?
Yeah, move yourself 300. So remember, if you pick yourself up and then right-click, it'll measure for you.
300 feet?
300 feet.
Yay!
AKA
and make quick thing. We got a healing boost and a treasure from chat when stream was starting.
Nice. Does anyone need that healing boost? Well, the healing boost is procced to activate when you... Where's my mouse? Excuse me, little one. Can I have my mouse, please? The kitten is running around in here just wreaking havoc. Yep, we
Technically, Umberto's the lowest, but I feel like Robert's the one who needs it since he's like in the fray.
I agree.
Are you guys okay
That
to
is a
hold on that treasure until after the battle?
Yeah, that's fine. Unless it's like, a potion of healing, then yes.
And the healing boost is procced when somebody is first bloodied.
Oh, okay.
Belt of Storm Giant Strength, just saying. It's a possibility.
He's funny, man.
Hey, heroes, I found this belt in my old grandfather's trunk. I think it might help.
I'm gonna take a shot at this guy right here.
Okay, send it.
I have 2 instances of Eldritch Blast, one that's +3 and one that's plus nothing.
Well, damage
You
plus
have
3
an
damage or
ability,
plus
Umberto?
3 nothing? Or plus 3 damage
Plus
or plus 3
3
attack?
damage. They're both the same attack bonus.
Okay, you have the agonizing blast invocation?
I do.
Okay, then you want to use the plus 3 because that means that you add your charisma modifier to your spell attack damage.
That sounds right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So go ahead, send
And
it.
I have disadvantage from last time. I don't know why. I think it was probably because I was
Turn
being
that off.
annoying.
Yeah, you can turn that off.
Oh, I don't mind. I mean,
No,
I'm sure
like, I don't have it on record that you have any disadvantage.
I mean,
You
he
have a red
probably
circle
deserved
on
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
have a
I
red circle
probably
on you,
deserved it.
Kevin,
I'm not
if
gonna lie. Like, all right, let's go ahead and send an optic blast.
Okay. Natural 1. The rooftop you're on explodes. You accidentally hit the side of it. And the roofing falls off and you stumble. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
I hate you. All right, here we go with the dex.
You fall from the rooftop to the ground below. Plummeting into the street, you take 6 points of damage. Immediately,
Whoa!
you immediately trigger that healing boost. Healing for 6 points of damage. So as you fall, there's a really tactically placed manure pile, and you just into it, taking no damage, but you are now covered in manure. Until you bathe, you will have disadvantage on charisma checks.
Can I alter that to a pile of cabbages?
If you had advantage, I would allow that, but no, the poop is landed in. Thank you for the healing boost. All right.
Yeah, that's the end
Yes.
of it. Next person.
Suck
I
to
hate you.
suck.
That will be it for you, Crozan. It's your turn. So pick yourself up and just move yourself towards the battlefield. Again, dividing the distance by 10. So your move speed should be, what is your move speed? Your move speed is 25. So you can go 250 feet and 500 feet if you dash.
I'm having a hard time doing the whole.
All right, so let me see if I can demo. If there's any, I'll give myself control of this piece right here, and then I'll demo on the stream. It might take a moment. No, I don't think I can. Okay, so
and I
what?
just lost roll 20.
Oh no! In your windows, or like, did it close?
In my windows, it's like refreshing. Here it is. Okay, I'm back.
So what you do is with the cursor tool, you pick yourself up, but before you drop yourself, so like I've picked you up, before you've dropped yourself, right click. And that'll give you a distance arrow.
It just moves my screen.
Did you pick up your token first?
Yeah, and now it's refreshing. It's probably a conflict with my mouse gestures. All right, about yay here. I know it's gonna take about 5 rounds to get to
Okay.
what's his nuts. And I'd like to javelin, please.
Well,
Okay.
you can dash. That you'll be able to get 50 feet per turn with your movement and then your
If you
action
use
to
your
dash.
action to dash, you can move closer. Your
I
call.
want to throw a javelin.
What's the range on your javelin?
120. It just puts me right into it.
It'll be disadvantaged though, so just FYI.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind.
Because it's at long range. So you can move another.
Move
There
again.
you go. All right. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming. Okay, Robert, your turn.
Just dodge and keep spewing holy scripture at them.
All right.
Oh, figured it out. There we go.
Roll performance or religion check to spew holy scripture.
Oh, really? Really?
Why not? You know.
Natty 2.
Natty 2. All right. Well, I mean, they're fairly mindless anyways. So you have a plus 10? My God.
Yeah, seriously. Also, what's with these rules right now? Damn.
We got to get the bad ones out of the way now. All right. So the flag was what I used to determine, when people got slaughtered in the streets. But you guys have pinned down the last group of enemies, so that's no longer a problem.
Well, the flag is the crew, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
En route to helping us. We have a.
That's true. And also, the bad guys should go at some point. So
Actually,
I was gonna ask when the bad guys were. Yeah.
let me roll them in.
could I use knowledge medicine and do a check on the golem to see if it has a weak point?
Sure.
Oh, much better.
With a 7, you are not positive about a weak point.
Oh, I thought he was an 18. Whoops, that's
Nope,
not
that
the
was
right
my
person.
18. Okay, because I didn't take their turns last time, I am going to go ahead and have the skeletons attack. One of them got fragged, so 2 of them are going to attack. Oh, they have to roll saves to attack.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up Sanctuary, the spell.
Did we have butcher boys in this fight as well?
We do. They're the little flags that are en route. They at the
Mhm.
bottom of the
Okay.
round.
Yeah, I'm going to move them in a sec. Alright, so they have to roll wisdom saving throws, or they cannot attack you. He should not have disadvantage. I'm re-rolling that. What's your spell save DC, Slug?
13.
13. Okay, one of the skeletons is able to attack you. Both of the skeletons are able to attack you. The ram-headed flesh golem has disadvantage on this roll because of the... How many hit points does it... Okay, All right. It does have disadvantage thanks to chat. It rolls. And it fails. So the 2 skeletons are going to swing at you, but then the ram-headed flesh golem is going to wander off and try to just kill people. Because it doesn't really have another choice. And you are dodging, so they have disadvantage on their attacks. Actually, yeah, the flesh golem had double disadvantage. Once from last time, once from this time. Does a 16 hit you, Robert?
Negatory.
What are you rocking, an 18?
Yep.
Jeez. Well, they both go stabbity stab and they fail. The flesh golem is going to move away from you to venture off into the nearby houses. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Go for it.
Whoa, wait, that'll drop your sanctuary. Just FYI.
Yeah, I don't want him killing anyone.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the
Just
point.
making sure. Just
Yep.
making sure.
Yep. No, thank you.
Warhammer, you rolled a 9. Not going to be good enough. Is that going to be good enough? Let me verify that's good enough. That's good enough, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, it has damage resistance, but no armor worth speaking of. It's just a big
it's just
pile
a
of meat.
bunch of meat.
So it only takes 2 points of damage, but that is enough to keep it interested in sticking around and fragging you, which it is going to do with gusto.
Oh my. I don't like gusto.
My.
Actually, was I allowed to because I have dodge going?
Yeah, I don't think dodge prevents attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Just asking.
All right. The Butcher Boys show up, a whole squad of burly folks, half-orcs and dwarves and humans and the odd gnome, all of them wearing blood-stained aprons, all of them wielding cleavers. They just arrived this round. And they look at the monsters and they all sort of size them up and they get ready to go in and just carve them to pieces next round. Okay. And let me adjust this. Shuffle, yep. Okay, Darius, it's your turn.
I'm gonna rinse repeat if that's cool. I'll be on the new rooftop. I'm gonna stealth and then attack. So don't roll a 1. No 1.
You're
Perfect.
good.
And then shoot at the skeleton. The farthest skeleton. 18 plus.
Smash.
Is your hawk gonna do anything?
Oh my gosh, thank you, Kevin. Yes, Darren, the White Hawk of Chunthar, is going to do something. Oh man, I forgot about him. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so mate, is it possible for me to just have Darren fly over let's see, either the group of Butcher Boys or Robert, and have him just aid them if they're going to attack? Like for instance, Robert broke his sanctuary, so he can just aid his attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can use
that?
Yes, he can
Cool.
use the help action.
Then I'm going to have Darren fly over to Robert, and he'll just use the aid action on his next attack.
Great. He's now assisting Robert. Excellent.
And I'm just going to move a little bit closer if that's cool, and then get to another top of roofs.
All right, the last skeleton is going to attack, and you still... Kitten, stop attacking my feet. Uber. Hold on. Come here, come here. Here, you wicked... Oh, no, he's escaped. Okay, never
You're
mind.
still dodging, right, Robert?
Yeah, he is. He is.
Beautiful.
All right, the skeleton swings its short sword.
Unlucky.
18. They actually land a hit for 6 points of damage.
I have DR3, so I'll take 3. Thank
3
you.
points of damage. I forgot.
And he says, "Screw you."
I forgot
And your
about
ideas.
Master.
This guy was specced.
Yeah. Or heavy armor, rather. Not weapon.
Yep.
Heavy armor.
Umberto, it's your turn. You are prone in a pile of manure.
Since my agonizing blast is a charisma thing, do I
No.
not get that bonus because I'm covered in poo?
No, the only thing that it harms is your ability to interact with people. So any check made to like impress or interact with people is at disadvantage because you're covered in poo, but your inner spirit is not too
So
Exceptionally
your divine
effective.
patron realizes that and then just absolutely disgusted.
You are no
No
longer the
mortal.
chosen one. The
You
chosen
are
one
covered
cannot
in-
be covered in poo.
So it is written, so it is done.
All right, I'm gonna
Right.
advance.
hmm
And then I
You
guess
can move
I've
at
got
half
to clean.
speed. Because you have to rise from prone, so you can only move 150 feet instead of 300 feet.
Okay.
So like there.
Yep.
Can we get
Okay.
that justice line, but like an ew?
And then I'm gonna take a shot at the flesh golem because I think I can probably hit him from this range.
Yep. Send it.
Optic blast. What the hell, man?
Hey, that's good, man. That we confirmed a 9 hits a golem.
Oh, ow, this kitten is just ambushing my feet.
Demonstrate the cat.
I can't. Every time I go down there to grab him, he runs away. You're a little demon goblin.
The little shit. Get over here.
No, damn it.
He is true to his name. He is a bandit of your heart and also of your toes.
I will capture him. Alright, so you inflict 9 points of force damage. Which Playboy does not have resistance to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, here you are. Apparently running away is part of the game now.
That would be terrifying if this thing had resistance to force. I'd be like, oh gosh, guys, this is bad news bears.
Nothing has resistance to force. Alright,
So aren't
what did you
in-
do? What did you do, huh?
Oh.
What
in
did you do?
3.5, do they have a weakness
Oh my
to
god,
blunt?
that kitten is so cute.
Skeletons, I think they had either a weakness to blunt. No, in this they have a weakness to blunt. The skeletons have a weakness. In 3.5 they had a resistance to slashing and piercing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
what it was.
Yeah, so if you didn't have the right weapons, it was really hard to kill them. Here, like, they just are really good at dying to being smashed.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9
Let me
points of damage.
smash.
Excellent. Crozan, it's your turn.
Is it possible to yeet myself?
As much as troll science might have you
Is
believe
it possible
that,
to
no.
learn this?
I
Actually,
grab
yeah,
myself.
you can use an action to yeet yourself by dashing. So there you go.
I grab myself by my collar. No, I'd like to double dash, please.
Okay. That'll get you up to 500 feet on this map. Alright. There you go. You should
Thank
be in the fray next round.
I
Yay.
will.
I'm participating.
Welcome to the fray.
Robert, it's your turn. There's a flesh golem and a skeleton remaining in the fight.
Yeah, I'll dodge, please.
Please don't kill me.
I'd like to take a vow. Dodge.
Vow of dodge.
A vow of dodge.
Okay. Fleshy McFlesh Golem is going to beat the crap out of you. He does have disadvantage one last time. Thank you, chat. Yeah, and he just squares up. We are going to beat you to death.
Can you beat someone to life?
He can't.
That's what CPR is, yeah. and You're beating them back to life.
All right, so his first attack with disadvantage misses. His second attack not with disadvantage. It didn't actually roll, so I'm gonna roll now. Oh, okay. The coffee hasn't kicked in. Give me a break. Each strike, like your arm is numb as he just pounds on your shield. The sheer force of every blow is overwhelming, but you hold fast. So, that's it for him.
Yeah, we take those.
I'm here for it. I'm here for you, buddy. You got it.
The Butcher Boys roll up and descend on him in a flurry of hacking and slashing.
Yeah.
And chat pointed out that this should be something they're pretty good at. Is
Mhm.
cutting up meat.
Yep. They descend on him and they just hack him up with their he takes 13 points of damage from being hacked up.
Woo.
Yes, go Butcher Boys.
Nice.
Darius, it's your turn.
All right. I think I'm going to spend one more round just knocking out that skeleton so we have one target to focus on. So I'm going to, once again, do my little sneaky sneak. So, where are you? There you are. No advantage, just normal stealth. Don't roll a 1. All right. And now do a short bow attack. Did it do? Okay, there it went. There it goes. It do. Okay, and since now we're just dodging, after that, since I did hit with that, I can have my familiar hit, I'm pretty sure. So can he just attack and do damage to the golem?
Yes, he can.
Perfect. I'm gonna just grab him, and I think I can just click on his talons,
Yep.
and
it's an automatic
there we
hit.
go. All right. So
Alright.
2 slashing damage.
That damage is reduced.
Yeah. One day he will be a magical hawk, but for now he is just a sexy white hawk. Ooh.
Who
I like
is-
you have a hard time remembering him, the bird existing, but you remember his name and his pronunciation exactly.
Dude, it's because I forgot he was there because I've only had him for one actual session, but Joe and I have been talking this white hawk of Chanthar up for so long. Jern! He's amazing. I love this guy.
So, that was it for Darius, and the White Hawk
And
is
at this
attacked.
point,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go a little bit, just another building, if that's cool.
Yeah, totally fine.
Making my way around this little like cul-de-sac here to get my way to him.
Umberto, it's your turn.
I have a surprise for you.
Optic Blast!
Can I move at full speed now?
Yes, you can.
All right, cool. And that's 300, right?
Yep. Our heavily abstracted battlefield.
And I'm gonna do something really unique. Just kidding, Optic Blast.
Hey, there you go.
Bam!
There's
10
a
points of
good
damage.
roll, finally. Not that I need it with this guy, so.
The seams that hold this abomination against nature begin to come undone. Vile ichor and various fluids seep out from the wounds. The ram's head is sort of ramshackle. One of the eyes is partially under the skin as the whole head just sags in a weird way. It's bloodied. Crozan,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
I think I'm gonna wrestle him. I think I'm gonna move up to him and wrestle him.
Okay.
I think that's a play, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely a play.
If I have not raged, I would like to rage
Okay, you rage.
as my bonus.
Are you keeping track of your rage uses?
That would be the last one.
All right.
We got arrested, dudes.
Yeah.
And then would this be at advantage? Athletics?
Because you're in a rage, yes.
Because I am in a rage.
Ooh.
Oh, unlucky. Oh, unlucky.
You run up and you grab it, and it's every single action movie where there's a big mook. It's not like a named enemy, but it's just, oh my god, this guy's really big, and the guy runs up and punches him, and the guy just looks down like it didn't do anything. That's what we got here.
He's
Wait,
really
wait. Is Crozan our Worf? Are people who throw him? Oh, he must be strong. He threw Crozan.
It happens every single episode.
Exactly.
I don't hate the idea.
Robert, it's your turn. It's now a target-rich environment.
I will smack him.
All right, roll to smack. Smacking accomplished. He only takes half damage because you're not using a magic weapon or an adamantine weapon.
Ciao.
All right.
Why's it gotta be man now?
It is the golem's turn. The golem has taken significant damage. I am going to roll 1d6. Stop biting me, you absolute gremlin. A 6. The golem goes berserk.
That does.
It just starts flailing, or
does.
like before it was sort of, I see that, I smash that, I see that, now it's just smashing everything in its sight, without any control whatsoever. And yeah, I'm gonna randomly determine who it smacks.
That sound you just made reminds me of what happens after Taco Bell. Awesome.
It
I
is
like
going
that.
It is going to attack Crozan twice
Oh shit.
with advantage because it's berserk.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no 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 no!
Oh, we had a healing boost.
What
I
is?
also
No.
take half damage though, don't I?
Oh,
What's-
wait, did we get a new one? Yeah, another one.
yeah. Its attacks are considered magical. Which
Come again for Big Fudge?
are you Bear Totem?
I am.
All right. What is Bear?
I do
Totem?
have resistance against magic.
And
all damage.
all barbarians are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, regardless.
Oh
of
yeah,
the-
yeah. That's right. Even magic attacks don't go through it. Okay, so you
Fuck
only,
you.
you only take 12 points of damage instead of 25 points of damage.
Jeez.
Well, shit.
Who wants to cash in that healing bonus? Does anyone want to cash that in?
I think
I'm
Crozan.
fine.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm
he
fine.
just procced the bloodied, right? That's when it procs.
Yep.
No. This second one isn't on bloodied. It's just whoever needs it most.
Oh, was the other one specifically on bloodied? I didn't
Yes,
realize.
the
I
other
thought
one
that was a
was-
new rule.
Chat wanted it on bloodied.
I see. Okay. I feel like it's a good idea. What do
Why
you
don't
guys
I roll
think?
my second attack and then you can decide?
Yeah, let's roll the second one and decide. Why not?
Guys, I think I messed up.
Nah, man, you're
No.
drawing great. Dude, you take half damage. That would have knocked Robert out if it would have hit.
You take another 5 points of damage as it just punches you twice, roaring,
Yeah,
incoherent.
I would
Honestly,
be
man,
dead.
you're the right target, dude. You are totally
Yeah,
the right
I would
target.
be straight up dead if if that had landed on me.
Do you want the heals?
I'm
Yeah.
hurting.
Hold,
Yeah.
please.
The healing boost kicks in for 5 points of damage.
Good enough.
Do you-
Admit.
Gnomes, you need the I need healing as one of your soundboard things.
Oh, you're right. I do. I don't have that one. I only have.
Please no.
That sounds
also,
accurate, yeah.
Also not no, please.
Holy shit.
There you go.
All right.
Ultra kill.
The butcher boys set upon him with their cleavers.
Holy crap!
Get him, boys! Splat,
Yes.
splat. It's just a symphony of
Yes.
hacking and slashing and the sounds of flesh being carved apart.
The meat planet.
Oh my goodness.
Darius, it's your turn.
How
He's not
gruesome.
dead.
Okay.
Jeez.
So I am going to move up. Let's see. We're doing it. Your movement times 10 is the amount of feet. So
Yep.
30 would get me. I can move one move and be within range.
Yes.
I think so.
You can close the distance.
So I'm not gonna be in melee with him. I'm gonna close the distance to where I'm within range of my throwing
Mhm.
knives, and I'm going to throwing knife this dude. I'm gonna use one of my skill tricks
Mhm.
to do a lingering wound. So he's gonna have to make a con save if I hit with this.
All right.
So let me go ahead and I'm not getting any kind of advantage on this. However,
Why do you have a green dot?
because what? Well, no, that's from last time. I had an inspiration from last time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No. Okay, so I'm gonna use my throwing knife. He's near an enemy, so I do get sneak attack if this hits. And please don't F me. 12. Okay, we know that hits. Thank God. Okay, so 17 damage from my knife and sneak attack. We'll
He's dead.
have all this at the end. Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
The knife lodges itself in the back of the ram's head. It falls over. The butcher boys scatter, and as it hits the ground, the ram head splorches up at an unnatural angle, and the unholy light glowing within the sockets dies as the flesh golem is no more.
Well, all right. And then Darren just flies over and pecks one of its ram eyes out and starts just going to town.
Tasty eyeballs.
Doing that video game thing where it flies over, rests, does the pecking thing, and just sits there and stares while its camera zooms in.
All right. The battle is over.
We need to buy the butcher boys a round of drinks.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
How many of them are there?
A lot.
Oh, at least 20. At least 20.
We're basically buying the town drinks.
I'll spend 20 gold to give them each.
So wait,
Um,
hold on. Before you do that, Umberto, we still have people we can save. As soon as the
Yeah.
golden drops,
Mhm.
Darius is gonna point to the 2 healers, you guys, and say, "Okay, let's try and save as many people as possible." And
I'm out
he's
of
gonna,
healing, but I will use my medicine to help
Okay.
out.
same.
Yeah,
Darius is gonna
absolutely.
run off and just try anything he can. I think
Okay.
it might be best if I try and assist Umberto. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I can try and help him.
Okay. Umberto, make a medicine check with advantage for assistance.
Okay, I am not very wise, so this is not actually my forte.
Hey, a natural 20 will do.
The 21 combo. Holy crap.
Ilmater, thank you, Ilmater. You were thinking of us in this time of need.
Roseanne, what are you doing
Lord.
to help the wounded?
So I have Spare the Dying is the main one, and then I also have Knowledge Medicine.
All right, Crozan,
Oh,
what are you
that's-
doing?
So Crozan just went into a rage, and 1 round later, the thing is dead. Crozan's fairly upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna walk up and like kick the dead body, kick
Mhm.
the golem, and then slowly come out of a rage. And I think I have survival with that. No, you want medicine, don't you? I have a -1, so I won't be very helpful,
do
but
I.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Robert, you have your cantrip and roll a medicine check.
Nothing
Okay.
spectacular.
All right. So essentially what's going to happen is many lives are lost, but commemorative I survived the Battle of Avernus t-shirts for the Butcher Boys. Nice. Many lives are lost, and the Southfoot district will be thrown into chaos, but you have managed to stem some of the loss. Like, there are people who would have died without you.
And we also get 2 treasures, one from before the stream started and one just now.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right. I'm probably going to buff these treasures soon. Actually, when you guys hit level 5, I'll buff the treasures.
Oh, cool.
They're level locked. 15
that makes sense.
silver. Ooh, 25 silver. 34 silver.
34. I'll add that to our list.
Mm-hmm.
We have a carried loot and a stashed loot in our hideout.
Excellent.
And how much would like 20 gold buy in terms of like food and drink for everyone who just helped us out?
A lot. It would buy a lot.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
would
it might
give.
want to be like a restoration fund more than just drinks.
Well, I want to give them like food, and if their house burned down today,
Yeah,
here's
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I'll
if this isn't just for the Butcher Boys, like if you're contributing 20 gold to rebuilding Southfoot, that would be a good contribution.
I will do that, and I'll also give like 10 gold just to the Butcher Boys because we just cashed in some of our social capital. I want to kind of rebuild that a little bit.
10 gold will buy 20 bottles of whiskey.
Okay, so 5 gold.
10 bottles
5
of
gold.
whiskey.
5 gold for the Butcher Boys, and 20 for the rest of the neighborhood to kind of help anyone whose house burned down and all that kind of stuff. So.
Solid, good choices.
So I'm dropping myself 25 gold.
Anything that the rest of you want to do? You could probably spend like the rest of the day tending to the wounded, putting out fires and all that stuff.
Agreed. I think we probably should, before we take our rest for the evening. I think, unless you guys are unopposed, we should definitely try and do some good help / like Darius as Crevane is going to try and do some PR. I'd like to make like I'm not fantastic at it, but make like a persuasion check to like kind of help build up his story as like a rebel for the cause, for the people, and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Now, question: with the way our advantage works, do I have to proc it before I do this, or can I see the roll but before you tell me how it goes?
You can see the roll and go from there.
All right, cool.
Let's little goblin. You need to go off the desk. You are causing too much trouble. Go back to attacking my feet.
Cool. 21. Yep, yeah, that's as good as I'm going to get. So that sounds
Let
great.
her ride. Cool. And this is under your Darius identity, right?
No, this is Crevane. He
Got
is
it.
as his Crevane form. So he's basically going to be helping Umberto tend to people, helping Robert tend to people, and then he's going to be making like an impassioned speech. Once we get everything settled down, he'll stand on a soapbox and kind of let people know that despite the fact that, the cults had picked their town, their district as the place for their hideouts, with the help of these good adventurers who came to assist them, the town was able to rally together and to fight off and eliminate the corruption that had sowed itself within Southfoot, and that with basically Crevane is offering both his assistance in patrolling their area like he always does, and also you can look to the adventurers that are looking to take out this corruption from Baldur's Gate, and basically we're going to be making sure that the people, not just those inside the walls, but those outside, will feel that same sense of security, and we're here for you kind of a thing. Kind of just rallying people, saying you're going to be okay. People care about you.
All right. Crozan, chat had a good idea. Roll an athletics check to lift heavy objects and debris off of people.
Ooh,
as part of the rescue
yeah.
effort.
Crozan, you might be on mute.
I don't feel like I'm still angry.
No,
never mind.
your rage would be off. We'll take the first number, 12. Oh no, we'll take the reroll, 13. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you are able to participate. All right. So here, the overall effect of this is each of you, as you spend the remainder of the day, you all did, like, it was a good thing that you've all done. It's not really your fault that these evil cultists ran amok in the city. So you all gain some concordance with Ilmater, and you but the city is going to sort of, this is too disruptive to ignore, you know what I mean? So it is going to spread chaos and disorder in the city, fear and such. It will take a while.
Not that I want to
Go ahead.
Oh, not that I want to put you on the spot for making a NPC, but are we going to have like a somebody within the Butcher Boy faction, like the person that we reached out to get this going in the first place, that we'll have like kind of a faction contact with, or don't worry about that?
Let me see if I have somebody like that already.
I know last time Darius and Umberto ran to the faction crew and were like, "Hey, this was happening," and we kind of made not a deal with them, but we convinced them that it was in their best interest for their district to help out. And so I don't know if we had a face to the Butcher Boys or if it was just kind of a conglomerate.
I will stop eating my ankles, you ankle-biting demon. This kitten is out of control. Are you stuck? Are you stuck in my cables?
Ooh, the cables.
Okay. All right. That's done. Anyways, I don't have a character like that, but I will get one for you.
Beautiful.
I'm going to clean myself, so I'm no longer covered in shit.
That's probably a good idea. All right. Would you like to take a long rest? Well, actually, you can't take a long rest because you haven't left the district yet. If you're going to go ahead,
I would say let's return to our home base.
After basically you spend hours and hours helping out in Southfoot, you're going to return to your home base after that. Any objections, team?
I think it's about noon. Is it about noonish right now? I think we came here from when we were sleeping in Little Kalimshan, right?
Yes,
that's right.
So it might have been like 8 plus, maybe no more than 10 or 12, something like that.
But it would have taken you several hours to help out in the district.
Yes, I meant as of the battle, but yeah, like several more hours. So I'm just making sure it's not like nighttime yet.
Afternoon, late afternoon.
Late
maybe.
afternoon, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
I'd say let's go all the way back to our main base.
That's a lot of. We can totally do that. I'm just kind of thinking. I know you guys don't like being away from our house, but we're gonna have to cross through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 districts with the amount of, there's more unrest within the city, so I'm a little worried we might get waylaid on the way there. But if you guys are cool with that, I'm fine with it.
I think just because the next thing we want to do is kind of reconnoiter and then go after Mortlock's. His name was Mortlock, right?
Mortlock is the Vanthampur who died.
The yeah. So the other Vanthampur, like, I think we want to go all the way back, reset, and then go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I do think we want to go all the way back, but if worst comes to worst, we can stop at like the Elf Song instead of going all the way through the city.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Elf Song
So
is only 4 districts in, I think.
yeah, and basically if we catch any shit between here and Eastway, we stop at Elf Song, and if everything looks okay, we keep going through Heapside into the upper city.
Before you proceed, would the party like to take a short rest?
I think that's a really good idea.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Take a short rest while we're healing people. And during the short rest, Darius wants to catch up his party. So, guys, I wanted to let you know, I had a run-in with a person at Baldur's Mouth, the Mr. Whistle, I believe. Mr. Whistle? No, Mr. Thorn? No. Whisker?
It's
Darn.
been a while. Edvard
It's
Needle.
been a hot second.
Mr. Needle.
Needle, that's it, Mr. Needle. A one Mr. Needle who runs the Baldur's Mouth, the newspaper in and around Baldur's Gate. And there is a rumor spreading throughout the town, the city, and the outer districts that a one Darius Ravengard killed Mortlock, the Vanthampur noble, and is currently on the run from the law. So far, there's been no official charges brought against Darius. However, this is not great. I did a little bit before we ended up coming back to Salsfoot. I did a little bit of investigating. So far, I haven't convinced him that Darius hasn't committed this crime. We have a lot of circumstantial evidence that points to the cults. However, as an aside, while we're doing this Vanthampur investigation, if there's anything that we can uncover that would point somebody else to being a definite suspect in this case, I would greatly appreciate it. So, yeah.
Someone's trying to frame him for killing Mortlock.
Yay!
That's Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
Yeah. And the nobles are going to be up my ass if that becomes a real issue, and I might lose.
So are you saying that we shouldn't go back to your main base?
No. That one, we can take a secret way to get in there. That's not a problem. The problem is basically it won't really affect us that much. What will be effective, because I can always just roll around as Crevane and no one will know the difference, but I'll basically, depending on how this goes, I might be very dangerous for me to use my Darius persona. Likewise, I would lose my father's holdings, and I don't so much mind losing my patriarch status. You know how I feel about the patriarch in the area. The issue though is that I was planning on, once everything worked out with what happened with my father and they ended up naming me his heir, I would have access to his lands, his capital, that I could use in order to help us clear the city out. And if I lose that, again, I don't want to go out and just go crazy with that with those funds, but I was planning on using it to get us a base of operations. So if we are able to clear my name, I'll be able to inherit his estate if it turns out that the amount of time required for him not to return, and it really looks like, unfortunately, he's not going to, I'd be able to use it to help us. So we'll basically be losing out on quite a resource if I lose my Darius identity and if we lose the estate that goes with my father's name. So I would like to, and plus I didn't do it. So, I would just like to have that cleared up, but we'll see what happens. I know that we need to uncover Mortlock's death, so there'll be plenty of time to see if we can figure that as well. I just wanted to make sure the rest of you knew about that.
Good to know.
That is very important.
Yeah. Let's start heading back. Can you switch into a not conspicuous persona, but not Darius? Like,
Well,
not
so far,
Crevane, but not Darius?
so far Darius isn't. It's just rumors. There's nothing official yet. So I think for now I'm still
But
okay.
being in the outer city near a time when there was a massive attack on Salsfoot and all that other stuff, maybe you don't want to be seen as Darius.
That is a good point. The only issue is most of my. I think I'll go ahead and take my adjusted Mirrorkite hobo look, because everything else I have is definitely cultist. So, well, I have just basic criminal, but I think for now I'll be a raggedy looking old gent.
You have basic
Definitely
criminal.
not
Do you have
doing
There you
smooth
go.
criminal? Does it come in smooth?
Unfortunately, I don't think I have smooth criminal yet.
Is any okay?
No.
Annie's dead.
All right, so squad, refresh any abilities that recharge on a short rest, including all of Umberto's spells, and also spend any hit dice that you wish to spend in order to heal to recover damage. And then tell me what you want to do.
I am all set, so let me know when you guys are ready.
Umberto, you are at 20 health.
I guess I can use maybe 2 hit dice to heal a little bit.
You should be able to click hit dice in order to roll them and heal automatically.
Oh, nice. It'll do it automatically. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
For some reason...
Come again?
No, I'm being a derp.
Go
So
ahead.
I heal 4. I heal 8. Okay, sweet.
Why are your hit dice D4s?
There is no D4 hit dice. It shouldn't be that way.
It's set to D4.
I think it's because when you originally made your character, I think that you did some of it homebrew because I didn't own Xanathar's guide at the time. Hold on, I'm going in. There, I changed it.
Yay! Okay, D6? Is that right?
Yeah, re-roll. Don't heal any of the health that you rolled and just re-roll those 2. All right, 12 instead of 8. Everyone
Nice.
heal up and let me know when you're healed, and then we will proceed.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Adam, are you healing for Crow's Head?
Yes, I am.
Did you add your health back? Oh my god.
Woo! Wait,
Those
that's
are-
not right, is that?
Yeah, it is.
That's correct.
Yeah, it is.
You're a barbarian, man. They get D12s.
Jeez.
And you rolled a 12.
That's why you
so-
have 64 health. That's why.
Well,
Mhm.
fuck you guys. I'm good.
Hey, man, I'm cool with it. I'm here for it.
All right. Is the party ready to proceed?
I wanted to just ask, with my 21 persuasion, with my inspiring speech, are the people sufficiently? I know that didn't lower the chaos in the area, but are they sufficiently aligned with our group, at least for the most part?
I increased Crivane's reputation in the district by 1 point.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. Anything else, squad?
So we boogieing.
Yeah.
Ready.
So I guess we'll just take this little pointer to go district by district unless you tell
Yep.
us
Nope.
something happens.
Rolling. Carry on. You pass through Whitkeep without incident. And all the strange little houses. Norchapel and Little Columshan along the side.
How's Stony Eyes doing, by the way, after the relief efforts by the squad?
Oh, I'll tell you when you get there. First off, we rolled an encounter, and we rolled a neighborhood encounter.
Ooh.
Where are you guys? You are in Norchapel.
Yeah. By the way, mate, what are these little icons up here?
Those are Darius's reputation and Crivine the Fox's reputation.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And the bar is hidden on all of them, but it's basically there's 2 bars on each of them, good rep and bad rep.
Ah.
And I realized that the bars are not visible, so I will fix it later. This is part of the stuff that we talked about last time we played. Okay.
That's really cool. I love it.
As a savory aroma emanates from a nearby street cart from a vendor, and manning the street cart is a blue-skinned tiefling. And there's this delicious smell, and he says, "Step right up, fresh from the hill, my very own unique Duskhawk delight."
Oh no.
I'm not touching anything that
Oh.
filthy beast
Oh no.
looked at. I don't want his food.
All right. So
You're horrible.
Umberto's
Shit.
racist against tieflings.
Just racist in general, I think.
No, just against tieflings.
Oh yeah, it's only tieflings. Like I'm fine with pretty much any other group. But
He thinks he's
They're like-
holy. He thinks they're unholy. You know how it is.
I'm
It's
the
funny.
fucking chosen one, man. Like
I think it started as anything that wasn't human, but we've only really encountered tieflings, so it's kind of just been really focused on tieflings.
No, it's always been like a holier than thou thing about tieflings' infernal heritage. It's
their
always
infernal
okay.
heritage.
Yeah,
They're tainted by evil. Like I'm not gonna interact with them. Come
Can
on.
Go ahead.
Can I make a survival or a nature check to see if that actually is the kind of meat he's claiming?
Yeah, roll either of those. Nature will give you more information.
Well,
Nice roll.
Survival.
Oh no, that was your hit dice. Never mind.
You have no idea.
yep, that's meat, guys.
Well, considering I've grown up here my whole life and I am very familiar with dust hawks, I'm sure I'd probably have a very good idea if what he's claiming is
I'll
true.
let you roll nature with advantage.
Let's do this. I'm gonna tell him off regardless, but let's.
It looks like it's
Don't you know
cooked.
those are protected species?
So it looks like it's cooked eggs.
Oh,
But
okay.
Darren isn't freaking out at all.
Cooked eggs.
And they don't seem like bird eggs, as far as you can tell.
Human eggs?
We just
I'm gonna Karen this guy and call the cops on him.
We are the cops.
We are the root squad.
It's 5 silver for a plate of Duskhawk Delight, delightfully seasoned, a unique Baldur's Gate meal.
can't we just walk on? I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, you totally can.
I'm gonna keep walking. Like I'll be standing, 3 carts further down the road, just with my hands on my hips, like, come on. You
The
guys
ground
coming?
rumbles and erupts beneath the surface, beneath the street. And a terrible noise emerges.
oh no.
People,
It's a carrion crawler egg.
people scatter in panic as a freaking ankheg bursts out of the ground, searching for its eggs.
Oh, my
shit.
god.
Here we go again, boys.
Holy crap!
Well, all right.
I'm gonna throw a plate of the guy's eggs to the ankheg.
Wait, you were anywhere near the plate.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you
I'm
were
just gonna-
deliberately trying to stay away. So I'm going to have everyone roll for initiative, and we're going to go in initiative order.
Holy
Oh, I
crap!
your shenanigans.
How is this a neighborhood encounter? I mean, really?
Oh,
This
an
is North
ankheg is
Chapel,
a
man.
person in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood.
How to get to North Chapel Street?
It went under the street. They're very good at burrowing. But they're not
Ooh,
good at
look at
rolling
that.
for initiative.
I like how oh, there we go. So I rolled a 12, but I had a 15. No, that was a different dice. Very good.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't select my character.
That's okay,
That's
I'll
the
add
way
you.
out.
I'll add you.
Thank you.
12. And
Yelled at me too.
Robert on a 7.
Well, I didn't want to take up too much time with this, so I was about to tell the guy, hey, please don't call those things dust hawks. Those are protected animals. And then as soon as I'm about to go into my tirade about endangered species, then this ankheg pops up. Like, oh my god!
Darius, understand, or your bird. What's his name?
Darren.
Darren,
Darren.
the White Hawk of Chanthar.
There you go. Darren is just like looking at you like, what the hell's what are you freaking out about? There's an ankheg here.
That's the real problem. Darius, you go first.
Okay, let me pull Darren over here so I don't forget about him. Is this accurate? Our placement on the field, or does it matter so much? Theater of the mind, don't care.
Theater of the mind.
Okay, I am, if it's possible, going to just duck behind a cart and get myself some stealth, and then just throw a bunch of knives at him.
Okay, roll stealth. Yeet the tiefling into the scary monster.
I'm here for it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like,
he's
might
the
as well
reason
use-
why it's here.
11.
that's pretty much all he's good for, anyways, being thrown at
Wow,
a
toxic.
monster like that.
He has an 11, so he detects you still.
Unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not able to really get behind anything that's providing a good cover. People start running around. Someone knocks over the cart that I was trying to hide behind. I'm like,
Well,
I'm exposed.
guess I'm here now.
I am going to ready an action to attack once one of my allies gets close with a dagger. I just have a dagger held up.
Nice.
I'm gonna be right at the edge of my range with the dagger while still hitting well.
That's clever.
And,
I like it.
Darren will wait to react with me as, oh, he's huge! You didn't say it was the tiefling.
Zoo!
Oh my god.
He's handsome.
Why is Umberto peeking on his picture? Wait, can you make that big again real quick? Just make that really big. You can see like Umberto like trying to like
Slide
Imagine
into his
on
DMs.
Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
And then that's my turn.
All right, I'm putting a clock on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you want, because you didn't attack on your turn, by the rules, Darren needs to make his own attack.
Oh, he can't just attack when I attack with my reaction?
Correct.
Oh.
He goes on
shoot.
your turn.
Okay. Then I am going to have him instead.
Just use him to proc your attack.
Oh. But I don't want him to get hurt because he doesn't have flyby
Fair.
attack. And
Fair.
if he flies in, he's going to get hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him run over to Crozan because I'm sure Crozan is going to want to punch this thing in the face. And he's just going to assist Crozan on his first attack.
Okay. Good enough. You still have a clock on you. Umberto, what do you do?
Are there eggs in this guy's cart?
Yes.
Oh, God.
But they're probably
unbroken?
eggs.
Most of them seem to be cooked. Roll perception or investigation.
And poorly cooked, probably.
I will do a investigation.
Roll it. This is going to use your bonus action. You cannot find any uncooked eggs.
All right. I'm going to shove the cart towards the okay.
Roll athletics to shove the cart.
All right. And yell, "Here are your eggs, asshole!" Holy
Direct contact. Oh, this guy's borked. He's set to always have advantage. One moment, please.
And this poor tiefling, this is his life savings that you've just completely destroyed.
My cabbages!
He doesn't deserve it.
All right. The cart slams into the ant keg, imposing the prone condition on it.
Can I give Umberto disadvantage for role playing his racist? Not that he is.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Crozan, it's your turn.
I would like to.
You're out of rages for the day.
I am out of the rages for the day.
Yeet the tiefling.
But you have advantage from your first action from Darren, the White Hawk of Chonthar.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's wrestle it. Let's get on its back.
Make an athletics check
legs.
with advantage.
Okay. All right.
So Florida man on this thing.
Move yourself up. You have another gator. Hand me that shovel. All right.
Oh, wait, you said it's prone, right?
Yeah, it's prone, so you had advantage.
When it's prone, does it... Oh, I have disadvantage to throw something at it, but it has lower AC, I think, when it's prone. An NKG exposes its belly or something like that.
Negative. It does that. Oh, yeah, it totally is. You're right. I was looking in the wrong place. You want to shoot the shot with disadvantage?
I'm going to shoot the shot with disadvantage. Although, well, crap. It doesn't matter. If I roll with disadvantage, it doesn't matter if I get an advantage with it. I still lose my
cannot
sneak
have a
attack.
sneak attack. Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. I did that. So.
All right, roll.
Or actually, it could get back up. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it. Screw it.
It's gonna be your time, and your action was procced a certain way. So.
Exactly. So let's just do this. Did it go? Is it doing it?
It's doing it. It's doing it.
Still hits.
Yeah. It only has an
and
AC of 11.
I'm gonna let that. No, I'm gonna do a lingering attack and have it make a con save, please.
Okay. $18.
Oh, it saves. But it does take an
that
extra 5 points of damage from me hitting it in a really sneaky spot.
Good enough. Crozan is done. Robert, it's your turn.
I'll go forward and help with the smacking contest.
We need that battle music.
Give me 1 sec.
And then I'll also ask Crozan as I'm moving forward, what do I need to be careful of with this beastie?
Crozan, roll a nature check. Also, your attacks are at advantage because it is prone, so please make your attack. Advantage.
Advantage. Let's try that again. Same thing.
Dude!
999.
I think that just
Also-
means no, right?
As you run by, I just say it's a bug.
It rises to its legs.
Wait, one more time? No. It rises to its legs? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
its legs. It doesn't have feet,
I
so
love
you
it.
know, legs. And let's see. It's going to spew acid on the two of you.
Well, shit.
Well,
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Me too, or just him?
The two of you, Robert and Crozan.
I don't know the range on the spittle. My hawk
You
is
should
flying
not have
above.
it. You should not have
Is it okay?
advantage on that. Oh my god.
Oh.
No, your hawk is clear. Look at that damage roll. Look at that damage roll.
Jeez.
Do you see that damage
Wow.
roll? Attack your weak
Wow.
point for massive damage.
Tons and tons of damage.
Oh no.
Terrible, terrible. Oh, I should have that on my soundboard.
That's a good idea.
Yep, terrible, terrible
This
damage.
is not good.
Yep. So go ahead and take 18 points of poison damage, of acid damage, Crozan. Robert, take 9 points of acid damage.
Nice.
It really hurts.
Really
Yeah.
glad we took that rest, really.
Cool, Darius, your turn. It also like melts the cart was was shoved into him, so the cart's part of this scene. I'm gonna rule that the cart just melts into horrible slush.
No. Okay.
My cabbages!
I'm gonna go ahead since we're all there. I'm gonna throw my dagger. It's back up on its feet, so I no longer have that disadvantage life.
Mhm.
And so, time to make this happen. And come on, please. Yes, 26.
Hell yeah, 12
And
points
since
of
I
damage.
hit, the White Hawk of Chanthar will also hit him for 8 slashing damage. Oh shit!
Yeah. Bits of
Jeez.
goo leak out through its carapace. The creature was bloodied, it's very bloodied.
All right.
We're gonna
Get a
go
healing
ahead.
boost.
Yeah, we're gonna give that healing boost right away to Crozan. I have 7 health back.
Yay! Thank you.
The White Hawk is going to move up to the top, but not out of range, staying within range, but kind of just
Not
trying
in
to
fireball
distract it.
formation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, oh, it saved on its lingering attack. That's right.
Yeah.
Umberto,
Unfortunate.
your turn.
I am going to tell the tiefling, this is what happens when you mess with things, powers beyond your control. It's only what you deserve, you filthy half-blood. And then I fire at the Unkeg with my cover
Unnecessary.
twice. And that's what I get.
And you miss entirely.
There is an Elmater.
That's racist.
Crozan, it's your turn.
In for a pound. Let's do the whole grapple thing again.
Good enough.
Or you know what? Fuck it. I got a hammer. I'm gonna smash it with a hammer.
it's a bug.
I feel like Crozan's having a very unyeet day, so he's like, you know what? Just use
And,
hammer.
I mean, obviously this isn't working either, but
9.
and that's gonna be a negatory, Big
Yep.
Chief.
Unlucky. All right, Robert, it's your turn.
Well, I tried to accomplish what Crozan couldn't accomplish.
Easy there.
I need to be less snarky, apparently.
We have to be less snarky.
Karma is just all over us today.
No, I think just Crozan's taking it in a bad way. I'm sure he didn't mean it, but Crozan's having a horrible time right now.
Roll an opposed athletics check. Okay. The creature does not swallow your weapon, Men in Black style.
Oh gosh.
It is the
Ugh.
Ankeg's turn. Its acid does not recharge, so it's just gonna gnaw on Crozan.
Oh yay! Look at that. And
Oh,
What?
oh my god.
okay,
What is happening?
Okay.
I'm really glad I'm not up there with you guys. That'd be unfortunate.
You take
I am hurting.
15 slashing and 7 acid for a total of 22 points of damage. You have 2 health, and you are grappled.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll get you out. Don't worry.
Darius, it is your turn. Ilmater
Okay.
frowns on Umberto, and so does Chat. And he has disadvantage.
I fully accept this. I completely accept this.
You are
This
sticking
is-
to your character. I think that's.
I mean, that's
noble.
what he is an asshole. He's an absolute asshole.
Yes.
And I think fate does what it does to assholes. so.
Exactly. This is just showing us how the world works.
We can
in
only
better
hope,
ways.
right?
Okay, so I'm gonna try and free my buddy since my awesome dwarven companion is now being swallowed by a giant insect of the burrowing kind, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna try and just put a dagger between its fleshy carapace on the.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Roll
gonna do
it.
the thing. I'm gonna throw a thing.
You guys have 2
Uh,
treasures in the works after this.
I'm gonna try and, if it's cool with you, if I can find somewhere to duck behind, I'd like to try and do a sneaky sneak.
Roll bonus action to stealth. There's plenty of stuff going on around here.
Could be a fucking
Beautiful.
belt in that treasure.
14. Is that good enough for this
Yes,
thing?
that is good enough.
Whew. All right. And hopefully this should send it to its bad place.
Yep. It does.
Beautiful.
Are we the bad people? 'Cause I feel like it
Well-
was just trying to get its eggs again.
That's why I sent it. That's why I gave it its eggs. I was like, "Yo, here's your eggs."
You did it very
Um,
violently, though.
I mean, I kicked the cart. It was like, "Here's your eggs," and I kicked it, and like the chocks on the wheels weren't left in place, and so like it actually just charged down there like Jean Valjean style, and then ran over the damn thing.
Bum 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 bum.
I'd like the dagger to go spinning head over head and going right by Crowzen's ear and then
Mhm.
slamming into the creature's mandible mouth area.
Done
ending
and
its-
done.
And we do
itself.
the slow mo where Crozan watches the dagger coming by, and
It's that scene in
roll-
Skyrim, when you're fighting in Skyrim and then just like everything stops for a second while your missile just goes across the air.
Yeah, the
and
slow
then,
mo kill cam.
yeah.
Crow's ends get beat to shit in the background.
Crozan, heal 10. Chat gave you a 10-point healing boost.
Thank you.
Okay. And at this point, Darius is going to go very quickly and recover his daggers and just go, "Okay, guys, let's get out of here. Let's leave."
Wait,
right.
isn't this the time when we go and harvest the carapace?
Oh, is that what we want? Okay, yeah.
what does the carapace have?
So,
Venom sac. Or
the-
acid sac.
Keelil, the proprietor of the cart, is extremely grateful to everybody except for the racist warlock. And incredibly he would have offered you a free meal, but his livelihood has been destroyed. So he has some relatives. He can patch himself back up onto his feet. That being said, he does know a exotic leather worker in Little Kalimshan who knows how to work with the carapace and could make you either a shield or suit of plate mail from it.
Yes, yes. We have someone that would be really good for.
Can we
You.
make just a loincloth version?
it's what is it again?
The Cup of Monte
Bikini
Cristo.
Yeah, bikini mail.
Bikini mail, yes. Crozan. Get him the Torbjorn summer skin.
Yes.
Ooh!
Man, I would like to take a
I
moment
can
while
only be
we're
turned
kind
on
of
so much.
while we finish this off and start interacting. I'd like to do the whole like old man like, son, when you go around saying things that aren't true, I kind of give him the whole thing about, the dust talk. I'll go into like a little what would you call it? I guess nature expo about why the dust hawk is so important and not to take its not take its name in vain, but kind of like Ilmater judges those who are untrue, and perhaps going forward in the future, you should own up to the fact that you were able to be a daring adventurer and go off and get these rare and delicious ingredients and not call it something it's not, and to kind of give him a little pat on the cheek.
Pull out the David Attenborough and put that-
Whenever you go out into the wilds, make sure that you own up to the fact that you've actually stolen from an Ankeg, don't blame your food on the dusthawks
Whoa,
because they are endangered.
Look, I'm taking all this to heart, sir. I promise. I'll listen very carefully. I really kind of thought they were dusthawk eggs. Like, I wasn't trying to lie. I didn't realize that they were a giant acid bug.
Oh, well, in that case, it's good of you that we were around to assist. Now, kindly point us in the direction where we can turn this into something useful.
Yeah, there's a person in Little Columshan. I'm friends with them. They work with exotic leathers and animal hides. Honestly, any sort of, components or things that you extract from a creature, they can probably work with. But they'll definitely be able to make some Ankeg armor for you.
I have a little bit of silver that we accumulated from our that we found from our last fights. So I'm just gonna pull out 10 silver and say, I know it's not much, son, but take this and use it to help rebuild what you've done. It's obvious that you weren't trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes or endanger an already hurt creature. So let's just do better going forward, shall we?
All right, what do you give him?
10 silver.
All right, deduct that. Then
Deducting.
Thank you to Gormless for 2 treasures.
Can the more you know thing go in the background?
Oh, I need to add that. I can actually get I've got my stream deck set up, so if I get like a transparent GIF or movie of the more you know star, I could actually make it play.
I feel like that's going to happen a lot.
Yes.
Crow's Head for adorableness. Oh my gosh.
So Crow's Head has inspiration, and you guys get 9 gold.
Ooh.
And another 13 silver.
I will add that to the party loot.
And look at
There
that.
it is. And
There
there
he
it
is.
is.
You get disadvantage.
And how much silver was that?
13 silver.
13 silver. Nice.
Boop.
I figure once we get to somewhere, I'll divide up our carried loot to everybody.
Minus commissioner's fees. Is that how that works?
I'm not even putting it on. I'm keeping it in the journal. I'm not even putting it in my loot area. So no, everything is shared. We're all friends, except for the racist warlock. He gets a deduction every time he insults a tiefling.
All right.
Relative equitableness. Equity?
Equity.
Yeah,
Equity.
It's like a swear jar, but for being a terrible person.
And we just take it from him. He doesn't give it.
All right. So, you have the corpse of the Ankeg. You can go into Little Columshan right now and drop it off if you want.
It's on our way. Let's do it.
However, I should warn you that it's going to cost you labor, unless you have a favor that you can cash in with a relevant organization.
Or is the person that works for? Is it part of the guild or is it their own thing?
The person is in with Rilsa Rail and the guild.
Oh yeah. Wait, the actual guild, the one that we have a favor from?
Yeah.
How much would the labor normally be?
750 gold.
We have a favor, and I would love to get Robert some badass armor.
As a note, I don't quite have the strength to wear full plate at the moment.
You have the strength to wear Ankeg full plate.
Yes, please.
Let me take a look at the guild real quick to see how much a favor is worth right now.
Yes.
At your rank, a favor is only worth 100 gold. You might have to.
But would it be worth more if Darius was to say, let them know that they're going to keep her? This is the person that I found out was having that affair with the troop person and was keeping them hidden, right?
Nope. That person is a rival kingpin.
Oh. Okay, so what if I had offered to give them some information in order to, sweeten the deal on this and then name drop the person that I know about?
That would count as a second favor, so it'd be worth 200. If you really want to work your way up, then you're gonna basically need to get in better with the guild. I'm sure they have work for you if you want it, that they can put towards. So basically, you're going to want to either drop the gold. The favor's going to get you part of the way. Drop the gold, get more favors, or do jobs for them. Because if you actually get in good with the guild, they'll be willing to spot you 500 gold.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that we hold on to the favor until we actually are a bit higher with them, and we can do a little more. Because really, getting Robert plate mail would be just golden.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Do we just want to drop this off and say, hey, listen,
I think
get
so.
back with you on the
Maybe we can
payment.
do a thing where they're like, hey, it doesn't technically, it's just your labor, so you can start working on it now. And if we don't pick it up by, let's say, we give them like a month or whatever. If we don't pick it up in a month, then we'll just say, give us a favor and it's yours, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
Give them a time frame.
Yeah.
Would you guys be cool with something like that?
How much do we trust them?
I mean, they're a evil guild of thieves and rogues and liars.
Yeah,
But
maybe we shouldn't do this on trust then.
here's the thing: if we hold on to that, we're gonna have to tan that hide ourselves and store it until we're ready to use it, which that's gonna already cost money. And I feel like since we're already in with the guild, I feel like they'd be pretty dumb to cross a bunch of adventurers who have been making a name for themselves within the town that they operate in.
How much would it cost to just have them hold on to it until we're ready?
325, so a quarter of the cost of plate mail, for them to tan it and cure it so that it's like safe and it's not going to rot. And that can go towards the cost of turning it into armor.
What do you guys say we
have
drop
those
that
funds?
now?
Yeah, how much funds do we have?
Yeah, I
So
know.
in the carried loot, we have 36 gold, 11 electrum, 94 silver. So we basically have, if we turn this over, can I just money changer all of our stuff into gold so it's easy to track?
You'd have to go to a money changer.
Okay, gotcha. Then I'm just gonna, in my head,
Mm-hmm.
do all that then. So 5 electrum is a gold, right?
No, 2 electrum is a gold.
Oh, 2 electrum. Okay, so that is effectively. Here, just give me a second, guys.
On today's episode, we are doing math.
We are doing math. Okay, so in our carried loot, we effectively have 51 gold in our carried loot. In our stash loot, we have 51 gold plus a bunch of other stuff. Let's see here. That 420 silver. It's 10 silver to a gold, as I recall, right?
Yes.
So that's 42 effectively. This is 3.5. And then I have 60 gold. So between our stash loot, we have 102, 150. We basically have 150 and some change in our stash loot and 50 in our carried loot. So that's 200 that we have in our carried and stash plus whatever we have on our person. Although I think people just dropped a bunch of their money. We do have favors and lines of credit with other people, as well as a bunch of things. We have like, let's see here. Gold necklaces, which we never got like a gold value on those. We have a black and gold ring with a white pearl, as well as a couple of other little trinkets and treasures. So we could probably scrounge up the funds. How much do you guys have on your actual persons? I only have literally a gold on my person, plus a bunch of silver.
I have 102. I haven't spent anything.
So we just finished the big quest, though. We should be getting a nice payday from
In 10 days.
In 10 days, yep.
Remember,
Son of
the
a
condition of payment.
bitch.
Also, Umberto, if you're talking, you're muted. It's useful that I can actually see you, and so I can tell you that. So yeah, remember, the terms of payment were after 10 days, they're going to pay. Now, I will also point out, you have a main quest that you can follow. You could cash in your favor right now. Like, if you cash in your favor for 100 gold, and then use the rest of the money, that could get you there. You definitely should do appraisal. Like, you should cash in some of your other treasures because they might be worth something. There's also a bounty board. You could go to the Bannerless Legion that Crozan recently joined. There's bounties that you can chase. Advancing the main quest is sure to drop some loot. I think the smartest thing to do here would be to get that hide preserved, whatever it takes. Like, whatever, if you have to cash in a favor, sure, but definitely like sell some treasures and stuff. The artisan would be willing to take it from you with partial payment, but it's like a pawn where if you don't give the rest of the payment, he's just going to say,
That's
it's mine
what I was
now.
thinking. Yeah,
But-
no, I would
Yeah,
think we could do
yeah,
that.
I'd be
like,
fine with that.
If you want to get it cured, you're going to want to get scrounged together the rest of the payment pretty quick. 3 days is how long they're willing
Well,
to
3
give you.
days we can make that work. Let's do that.
All right.
Let's give it to him and maybe give him like, I don't know, 20 gold.
He wants a buck. He
50
wants
gold.
150 up front.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Do you have that on
'cause
you, or are you going to have to travel back?
Robert
Well,
has
okay.
saved my bacon enough times. I'm willing to give him 25 gold.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah,
but
I have
Half of
60.
what I have.
And in the
I've
carried loot, we have effectively 50. So I don't mind. I mean, we were going to split it up. Okay, how about this? Let me split up the gold, and then everyone can decide from there what they want to do. Okay.
Well, since this is for me, I have 100. So let me just put that forward right now. And then,
Oh, Mr. Moneybags over here. Jeez.
And
Yeah.
I'll give you 25, and then Cruzan, you want to give him another 25, and then we're good.
I can do that.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm gonna update the journal just so I don't forget this.
Okay, real quick, everybody, go ahead and add 8 gold to your character sheet, please.
And you, sir.
And then everybody, please go ahead and add 2 electrum to your character sheet, please. And then everybody, please go ahead and add 10 silver to your character sheet, please. No, 20 silver. Okay, and now everyone, please add 4 more silver. So 24 silver. And that's what we're carrying. So now we've split up. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Okay, everyone add 1 more gold.
Let me know when that business is done. So
I am ready.
I'm adding I'll add this to the journal later, but I'm adding in our Discord server that you dropped off the Ankh carapace with the craftsperson in Little Kalimshan. You deposited 150 gold up front. You have 3 days to deliver the remaining 175, which is the price of curing and preservation. So you have 3 days to deliver the rest of the money.
And
That's
honestly, by then we can probably pull together a favor and all the money for the actual armor,
Mhm.
right?
Well, I mean, maybe. Just, you might have to do, if pursuing the main quest doesn't get you that gold, there are lots of side quests, and some of them are actual bounties that are just like, hey, beat up this bad guy and collect, this bounty.
I know I said we should do the main quest. I think maybe just getting this armor for Robert should be our priority, and then we can go back into getting
I agree. Let's do it.
things.
So
Let's
shall we
turn the
proceed?
tank into a tank.
Yes.
Let's head into the city.
Also, can I really, really, really please have a bikini?
There should be enough for a bikini, I think, right?
I think, can we make them nipple pasties with tassels on them now?
You know what? That is too far, dude. Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
They're sensitive.
You fill me with, you know what? No, that's fine. I'm not going to judge.
Mate, did you say our concordance went up with Ilmater?
Yeah, I recorded it. Everyone should have that recorded.
Should I adjust my character sheet or not till later?
No, I already did it.
Oh. Cool.
If you look, you should have a new resource. Unless you keeping an inventory or resource?
No, it's on my character sheet. I just saw concordance down here, 0 of 1, so I just wanted to make sure that that was.
So the top number, your maximum, you don't actually have a maximum.
Oh, okay.
So it says 0 out of 1. What it actually means is 1 out of 0, because we're just tracking a straight up down number.
Gotcha. Very cool.
All right. So is the party ready to move on from Little Kalimshan and Norchapel?
I believe so. Everyone got their gold. Everyone spent their golds. We've got this thing here. So yeah.
Okay. The party moves on to the Stony Eyes district, which is doing well. I'm going to go ahead and actually adjust some reputation here.
Can we check in on everyone we talked to before?
After I roll for encounters.
Oh, crap.
No encounter occurs. Yeah, so the changes that you made, the investments that you made in like the refugees and stopping the plague and ending the problem with the stables and everything, it's still not an ideal situation, but people are making the most of it, and your help has made a big impact.
We're gonna check in and make sure they remember who did it, and also see how they're doing and see if they need anything. But just reaffirm that connection that we have with them.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, the guards at the gates allow you through because of your badges, and you're able to enter Eastway, where the Elf Song Tavern can be found.
And some guy, we're nice until we're racist, or until I'm racist.
Tieflings, man. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Confirm though, Stony Eyes is okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Stony
no.
Eyes is doing well.
Cool.
All right, Lower City encounter check. All right. As you pass through, you come across a group of hooded Kenku dressed as travelers. The Kenku are feathered sort of bird folk, and the only way they talk is by mimicking sounds that they've heard. So any sound that they've heard during their lifetime, they can sort of respond. So you're passing by some people doing business, and they keep like changing voices as they talk, but the Kenku are minding their own business.
Anyone giving them any trouble?
Nope. They're minding their business, and nobody else is minding their business. It's just a harmless, hey, look, Baldur, some citizens of Baldur's Gate. You may engage.
This is the future liberals want.
Holy shit.
I mean, it is like this. Yeah, this is the cosmopolitan city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm cool. I'm
Where
cool with
to?
them.
Where to?
That's
You're in Eastern.
No, guys,
what-
technically we're heading for the High Hall to go to our secret hideout. So I think we'll want to go maybe to Heapside and then go through the Heap Gate, pass through the Wide, right? Does that sound pretty good?
yeah. I think
Yes.
It's the same number of districts, whether you go this way. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking we have allies in and around here, and
Oh.
then the Wide maybe a little bit nicer to go
Safer?
through than
I would rather go through the safe Wide than the less safe
the
lower
bougie
city.
the bougie uptown area.
Also, FYI,
I mean,
guys,
eat
I
the
also
rich, but
I saved somebody the other day that was having a hard time, and I dropped them off somewhere near the temples, I believe. So if at some point we have time, I'd like to check on them. But
I think our next step should be to stop by the Shrine of the Suffering and see if everyone's doing okay there.
also, secondary thing, guys, especially considering what's happening with Darius and his possibly, getting framed for murder. Right now, our base is in the High Hall behind the Patriarch's walls. We might want to think about getting like a base out in the lower city in case for some reason I'm not going to be able to get in there. This is something that I've been planning for a while, but there is a place not too far from us, Joplin's. It is a tea house that's owned by basically a guy that's ripping people off. It's like a drug den that is not doing so hot. And my thought was for us to rally the Flaming Fist or go and do a heist where we can kind of get this place from this guy by just like, what's the best way to put it?
Killing him?
Well, no, like doing like a sting operation, basically like going in there, collecting some data, confirming that he's basically drugging people and taking their stuff, and then having the police come in and do a sting and have us repossess his property and then take it over as like our base outside of the
Flaming
High
Fist
Hall.
may not assist. They are pressed right now. Remember, they're basically not accepting any requests for help. They are busy dealing with all the other problems that the city has. That's why they're enlisting adventurers like you. You cannot rely on them for help.
Agreed. Let's make a stop by the Shrine of the Suffering on our way home.
I'm not saying
Copy
you
that.
can't take over Joplin's. I'm just saying you're going to have to figure it out your own way.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, looks like we move into Heapside.
Okay, checking for encounters.
Specifically, we're moving towards the Shrine of the Suffering to check in on Brother Hodgins.
Okay. So you come across 2 Flaming Fist mercenaries. And when they see you, they immediately sort of become suspicious. They don't like the look of you. What are a bunch of adventurers doing running around in the city, huh? Causing trouble, probably? Extorting the local populace? What are you looking at? What are you doing here?
I not so discreetly pull out my badge and just say, Hotman, let me out, we're moving by, just keep an order in the city, just like you, have a good day.
They look disappointed, but they continue on their way.
Oh, so they wanted to rough us up a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Flaming Fist are mercenaries, first and foremost.
Normally, I wouldn't mind getting in a
Yeah,
issue
I would
with these
normally,
guys.
I would scuffle
Oh.
with these guys, or at least kind of talk to them. But at this point, we need to go home.
Yeah.
Our goose is well and truly cooked. So, are they giving anyone else trouble, or were
No.
they just looking?
You guys looked
Okay.
well armed. Adventurers always bring trouble in their wake, so they were looking for it, but you guys move along. All right. Adventurers in Baldur's Gate? I've seen everything. The Shrine of the Suffering. They can always use more resources and help, but they are still doing pretty well, all things considered. They've cleaned out the catacombs underneath, so they're able to do burials in exchange for donations again. and they're caring for as many folk as possible. They don't have any quests right now, and nobody's been giving them any trouble, but they will let you know if they do.
I'll drop 6 gold as a donation.
All right. Thank you. Blessed be. That's going to go long. Like, they can feed a lot of people with that, and they can buy a lot of medical supplies. Anyone? Any other business in Heapside?
I don't think so.
Robert, do you have anything?
Oh, okay. I'll wait till Robert's done.
No, I'm just checking with the shrine. Just yeah, we're good.
Oh, you have
Just walk in, do some finger guns. Everything's set. All right.
On our way. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. The friar at the shrine remarks as he meets your hawk for the first time. Dairn is the name of an Ilmater saint.
Oh, right. I wanted to look into his name. Oh, wow.
Hey.
That's awesome.
He came from the city of Hawksroost. This is a
Very appropriate.
auspicious name and an auspicious gift to receive. He was murdered in the service, who's protecting the holy artifact, the Tome of Torment, which is a holy artifact. And not an evil one, as much as it would sound like that. But he basically martyred himself in the defense of this holy relic, and so he's a saint regarded. There's actually an old saying about being as devoted as Dairn.
Oh.
It's sort of an Ilmater proverb. You know, they'll say,
that's
"Oh,
awesome."
You know, his devotion is as strong as Dairn's," sort of thing. So, did anyone?
Is Robert of a Mater, right? Robert was
Yeah.
originally of a Mater, right?
Mhm.
Oh, so Robert probably would have known that then already.
Most likely. I don't think there was ever a check made, but we've barely played since that happened.
I was going to ask him, but I forgot when
Mhm.
it's been so long.
Oh.
Where was Hawk's Roost? Is that like somewhere nearby here, or was that like far off somewhere
No, I'm pretty
else?
sure Hawksroost is far away. Let's see if we can find it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, not super important.
Is the bathhouse occupied anymore?
I wanted to ask, actually, when we went back, I wanted to just kind of scope the place out on our way
Yeah,
back.
because you were talking about a base. We could just use that.
That, I don't know if it's a great idea, because that's owned by the Vantampers.
Well, not anymore.
They still have the deed. Just because Mortlock is dead, you know.
Do you say he has the D? Or he wants the D?
The deed. The deed.
I get where you're going with that, Umberto. We probably could just step in there and probably make that our base, but I think we would very quickly find out that if they started doing something with it, we would be, because if Mortlock knew about the underground, it's almost entirely
That's
positive
true.
the rest
That's
of his
true.
family knows about it.
Right.
Probably do some more investigation on that plot line. It appears to be I don't know if it would be boarded up or anything. The doors are closed, the gates are locked.
Okay, and this is like normal business hours, so
No one's hanging around.
No one's hanging around, right?
Yeah. All right, let's proceed. Unless there are any objection.
The only thing I wanted to say, I don't want to take up screen time with it, but I wanted to just basically share with Brother Hodgin before we left, just what my dream was like, and kind of go through with him and have like and have an aside and be like, hey, this is what happened, and glory to Almater and all that stuff.
All right, we will follow up with that at a future time. The Heap Gate, the guards there are keeping a careful eye on everybody, but you are able to pass through thanks to your Flaming Fist badges. And Upper City encounter check. You pass through the Wide, which is the biggest marketplace in the city. There's all sorts of shops and stalls set up. People who are not patriarchs are allowed to set up in the Wide if they have permits. Only if they have permits. And they have to be out before dark, because everyone who isn't a patriarch has to be out of the Upper City by nightfall.
And I did want to turn back into Darius once we were able to get back into the game.
All right, you are now Darius once again. All right, you come across a group of watch guards who are demanding. They're checking everyone to make sure that they have passage tokens.
I do have those, and I pass to my friends in the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, they recognize Mr. Ravengard and guests, and they'll go ahead and let you through. Any shopping while you're in the Wide, or just headed straight towards the High Hall?
I'm willing to head straight towards the High Hall so we can go after the Venthenpors.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Crozen's
don't
had
think
a very rough day.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'd love to go shopping, but I think we have other things on our mind right now.
All right. Finally, you enter the Temples District, or it is the Temples District. No encounter occurs. You are able to reach your home base and take a much-needed long rest.
Ooh.
Assuming there's no
How
other
has our-
business that you have.
How has our little lackey been doing?
He's been busy.
He's been busy, yeah. So you guys still have, you pulled, for the sake, ever since your spiritual experience, you stopped torturing the Captain Deadeye with the shrimp hole, because such is not the way of Ilmater. But you've been looking for some avenues basically to figure out who's most interested in him. Darius, what do you have to report on that?
I was actually going through our notes on that. I have a lot of things to share with you guys. There was a lot of side quests that were being done. Let me see what we have here listed on our stuff.
Right, I'm trying to delete the old one. Ignore anything that happens over here.
Okay.
Okay, I can see it listed in our notes, but let me go over to just the side quests and stuff because I believe it was listed here. I know I had a thing with it, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, so you met some people at, was it the Helm and Cloak? The Helm and Cloak.
Yes, the Helm. Correct. We had the Helm and Cloak, and also there was 3 parties. One of them was a no-go. One of them was the Helm and Cloak that was kind of the best one, and then there was another one that was like a scammer that wanted him. Let me see here. Side quest. No. Where? It's one of these side quests. Where is it? Not the Blade and Star. Under completed? No, it's not under completed. Gosh, which one of these was it?
Essentially, there's a group of retired adventurers and young rich kids who like to think of themselves as righters of wrongs, who a ship went missing a long time ago, and the daughter of the proprietor of the Helm and of the Blade and Stars actually went missing on that ship. They think Captain Deadeye knows where it went down, and I think there was like a lost family relic or something as well. Anyways, they want the captain in order to find out where he buried his treasure and where his ship went down, so they can see if they can find what happened to this person. And there was like an old family relic or something they wanted. So
yeah,
essentially, the captain knows the location of a treasure.
Yeah, and basically what we had found out was that there's a patriarch that wants him. They're going to give us the most money for him, but they're not telling us anything they want with him. Then there's a skeezy guy down by the docks who runs like a travel agency going to Chult, but he is paying the least and also not saying why he wants him. And then there's the Helm and Cloak, like DM just said, that they have like the most kind of virtuous of sorts reason for wanting him, and they're like paying middle ground. But we were
Do we
thinking
think
about
they can handle him? If he, so
they're
if they
retired
take him,
adventurers.
do we think like, if he turns on them, do we think they can actually stop him?
From what I
Or will-
recall, Darius kind of was sizing them up, and they seem like capable people. They're not like they're not geared up like we are, but they are retired adventurers and look like they're capable, at least as I recall.
So, I actually have some notes on this that I just pulled up. Vedran
thank
and
you.
Helesta, the proprietors of the Helm and Cloak, have scrapped together 100 gold for the pirate captain and tout this as an opportunity to right a great wrong. Skalm Shilvin, owner and operator of Eastway Expeditions, offers a wealth of supplies and adventuring gear or passage on a ship to a destination of your choice in exchange for the captain. A patriarch house that wishes to remain anonymous will purchase the captain from you for 250 gold. And Klim Josso, your minion, mentions that his family's company, the Seven Sons Trading Coster, is on the verge of bankruptcy because a treasure ship expected to make a crucial delivery was attacked by pirates coming south from Waterdeep. Maybe Captain Deadeye knows something about its location. Those are sort of your 4 options.
Why don't we interrogate him to figure out about the trading ship, and then sell him to Helm and Cloak?
Yes. I think we have another idea. Now that we're going through this, I think part of the plan was the people at the Helm and Cloak don't. If we can get the information from Deadeye, they'll pay us the fee that they were going to do for taking him. And if we can get the information for them, as long as they can confirm the information, or no, I think what I worked out with them is that they'll give us the money instead of just giving it to him if we can get the information, or let them cross-examine him, and then we can still hold on to him and just sell him to somebody else. Is I think what we had talked about in the side quest. So
Okay, and if we give him to the Hellman cloak people, why don't we cut off his hands?
that's not a really good thing to do.
Because then he won't be able to attack them,
We
and
could
he'll
just
be.
give him. We could put him in manacles. That's the kind of the same thing.
I don't think a modder would appreciate that.
Correct. Just because Ilmater's symbol is 2 hands tied with red string doesn't mean that he wants you to chop off hands.
Oh,
And
here
then
we go.
just the
Kill it
right.
again.
Oh
Just,
boy.
just the right
I think-
hand then.
I think what I'd like to do is to get help the people at the Hellman Cloak get information from Deadeye, and then I think we sell him to the noble just because we need money.
Okay. I worry about the karma of that in terms of like if we.
You wanted to cut off his hands. What do you mean you're worried about?
Well, then he won't be any harm to anyone. You know, like he can still live a long and fruitful life. He just won't be able to kill anyone anymore. You know.
I don't know about that, but yeah, okay.
I mean,
Or at least like his sword hand. You know.
are you? Gormless made a good point. Are you chaotic evil?
I'm getting worse.
It's a slippery slope, my dude.
I was lawful good when I came to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, that's not a commentary.
All right. What does the party? First off, do you want your long rest?
Yeah, I want.
Okay.
I think long rest before anything else for sure.
Take
Yes,
the long
please.
rest.
Can I have more?
No. So when you take a long rest, you get all your hit points back, you get all your spells back, you get all your abilities back, you regain half your level in hit dice. So you gain 2 hit dice.
Perfect. I got back what I spent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take this time since we are actually here. I'm going to
Mhm.
grab our stash loot since it seems like we need money right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody could go ahead and take 12 gold right now, I'll let you know if there's any more incoming later. So everyone please add
Done.
12 gold to your character sheet.
Well,
If everyone could please add 1 electrum to your character sheet. And if everybody could please add 100 silver to your character sheet. Oh wait, no, that divides evenly. That would be 105. And 4 copper.
I love how it's auto-calculating the weight.
Yeah.
Right? Super convenient. A new day dawns in Baldur's Gate. The temperature is average for the season. A light
It
wind.
should be like the middle of the night, right? If we're doing 8-hour long rest.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go off in the night, but I clicked my new day generator to generate weather and shit.
Yeah, just want to make sure we're not missing out.
we arrived probably in the late afternoon,
Mhm.
like evening, so it's probably like, hour before, a couple hours before
Mhm.
dawn at this point.
Yep,
Yeah.
but I mean, you guys can take time to eat, get rested, get ready to go. I'm not going to track
Right.
like you have, it is this time in the clock and you have this many hours in the day. It's more like, okay, we're going to spend our morning doing this,
Yeah,
afternoon
that
doing
works.
this, just sort
Crozan's gonna sleep in, man. Okay.
of. It's rough work, it's rough work.
Okay, so what is our lead for the Venthampur guy?
Your lead is that he runs a money lending business in the Low Lantern, which is a ship. The Low
Is that the
Lantern.
one we burned down?
No. That was the pirates' ship, the
Oh, that's
Uncivil
the
Serpent.
other ship.
Yes, there's lots of ships in Baldur's Gate. And the Low Lantern is a decrepit ship. Like, it still floats, but it doesn't do much else. It's in Eastway, and at night, he runs a money lending business out of it. It's a tavern. It's basically turned into a tavern and a dice hall.
So it's like a riverboat casino kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, before we are done with our long rest, I did want to actually ask Robert if he wanted to look over that black leather covered spell book with the skull-shaped locking mechanism while we're here. We've been safeguarding it, but we haven't had a chance to really look at it yet. And this might have some information for us if there's notes in here, since it came from, I think, a Mural Kite.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Wasn't that the one that Umberto blew up?
He didn't destroy it, but yeah, he was casting some kind of weird flame thing that went wrong.
Dude, you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I don't remember why it went bananas. I don't even remember why you cast that, but yeah, that was a thing that happened at one point.
Lovely.
So, mate, I have MI Thieves tools, so even though it has a
Mhm.
skull-shaped locking mechanism, I feel like if we clear off enough space to where we don't do anything silly in case something goes wrong, I'd like to have Robert there to just make sure that once it's open, he can inspect it. But
Mhm.
I'd like to safely try to investigate, see if there's any traps on it before I open it.
Okay, give me one moment. I'm looking to figure out where the hell you guys found that.
I think it was that
Also-
female mural kite when we went through the dungeon the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take our random items that we want identified and appraised and go to the wide and get them appraised?
Yes. Give me one sec. All right. So where was the Merkelite? This is the one who was in the operating room, right?
I believe so, yes.
Hmm.
Also, do you know what skull keys are, mate?
Yeah, a skull key. I think it's just like a key from a dungeon.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the morgue, dusty spellbook, locking mechanism. Okay. Roll an investigation check.
That's me, right?
Yes, because you're looking for traps.
Okay, here we go. I can do this. 14.
Okay, there's no obvious traps on it, but it does give you just an eerie feeling in general.
What I would like to do, because I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, but I have an idea that things like this are bad news bears. I want to take some of my long, like thieves tool pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and just try to do like a dummy attempt, like not actually try and pick the lock, but see if I can get it to proc. I'm confident I didn't find anything, but considering this came from the cold ball, I'm very careful not to just be right next to it when I try and open this. So can I try and make like a fake opening attempt to see if it procs anything?
Yeah. Nothing. So like you pretend to open it, but you don't actually open it.
Yeah, like I'm not actually trying to like put my gusto into opening it. I'm just basically messing with it to see if by it sets something off.
Okay, messing with it, nothing happens. Who else is involved in this effort?
I
Nothing.
wanted Umberto nearby just in case, but not like too close.
Umberto,
Crozan.
Robert, Crozan.
Sorry, I meant Robert. Apologies.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert, the dusty spellbook with black leather covers and a tiny skull-shaped locking mechanism. It does not appear to be trapped, but has an eerie feeling about it. What do you do?
Knowledge, religion. Nothing. Knowledge, history.
Nothing.
And I say ooga booga over it. I don't know. I just take whole water and sprinkle it on it.
It sizzles. Are you using a whole flask or just spritzing it?
Spritzing it.
Yeah, it hisses and boils and the leather peels and like corrodes where the holy water touches it.
Should I take it back to the Temple of Ilmater and have them take a look at it?
I would
Darius?
agree with that.
Do you want me to try and open it first? Since
No,
we...
let's take it to them. I think
Yeah, they
this
might
is above our pay grade.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an adventurer, not a don't have knowledge specifically in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the temple might have more people who know what this is for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to hold on to it then?
Sure, I'll add it to my inventory.
Yep, add the spooky inventory from area D13. That'll help me find it next time.
Perfect. I'm going to remove it from our list. It was, in case you want the name, it was called Black Leather Cover Spellbook, Skull-Shaped Locking Mechanism.
You can also say the spooky book from Area 13 because I'll know what that means.
Oh,
Okay,
crap.
cool.
And Darius, can you add 1 bronze dragon crown, which I have in my inventory before we had a group inventory created?
Yes. Where is you want me to put that into the stash loot?
Yeah, or whatever Kevin's gonna go get identified.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead and just.
It seems like today might be a good day to do some shopping.
Yes, bronze dragon crown.
Of Tiamat.
Uh-oh.
It was
And
from
this is
our
gonna be-
first.
You're gonna give it to Umberto for now to get it.
Yeah.
Can I have at least one person come with me to get things appraised in case something dumb happens?
Yeah, Crozet will come.
Cool.
Alright, sweet.
Here, Kevin, can you add these to it? Add the gold necklaces and the black and gold ring with the white pearl.
Can you DM me on
Sure.
Discord? with it?
Yeah.
Do you
Awesome.
remember where that item came from?
Those were also, I believe, down in the thing. All this stuff that we had was from our first foray into the bathhouse.
It's definitely from the bathhouse. I just got to find.
I believe it was from when we found Mortlock. I think these were among the chests and things
from the
that were
big
covered,
treasure.
because that was the bronze dragon crown. I believe this was all the stuff that
Mhm.
yeah, that was that. So here, let me.
Do you still have the eye agates?
I believe that's the stuff that oh yeah, I do. I have times 10 eye agates. Yeah.
Yes.
That's money right there. Let's have you investigate that as well.
Do you? Okay.
We can just appraise that ourselves though, can't we?
Yeah, those are worth 10 gold each.
Perfect.
And
Ben, why don't you go try and get those sold, Umberto?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna
here's
use
the thing:
persuasion and
a
stuff.
gemstone weighs like 0.1. 10 gold weighs 0.2. So like, and you can exchange gemstones at most places like currency.
Okay, well then we'll just hold on to those.
Yeah, I
then.
wouldn't worry about converting those.
Umberto, I just dropped it in our group chat.
Did you already use up all the copper that you found from that treasure?
No. Did we find copper from that treasure?
Yeah, like thousands and thousands of copper coins. Do you think you just
Then no.
converted all of it?
No, we didn't. No, you know what I think happened? I think we brought up what? No, wait. I think I might not have written it down because I thought originally. No, we had a chest full of stuff. Oh my god, did I not?
Yeah.
Unload that copper as part of that? Because you told. I think you said we weren't able to go to a money changer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the list of what the copper was?
I do.
Okay, what was in there? I want to make sure I didn't.
Okay, let's go through this. 4,500 copper pieces in the first chest.
Yeah.
2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers. Each with
have that.
Each with a potion inside.
Okay, yeah, we definitely were missing out on putting things in the treasure sheet. Okay, you said 4,500 copper.
Yep.
2 red vials of what?
With 2 red crystal potion vials with gold stoppers. The potion vials themselves are worth something, and they've got potions in them.
You can't handle my strongest potion.
They're too strong.
Okay. And then anything else?
Chest 2 had the 10 eye agates scattered amidst 1,250 silver pieces.
1,250 silver pieces?
Yes.
Okay, I was way off on that.
Yeah,
So we need to
1,250.
just go buy that armor with this money. We have enough, don't we?
Okay, because I had 400 silver pieces, so I think I wrote down way the wrong amount. You said it was 1,200?
1,250.
So I'm just going to add 850 then.
Mm-hmm.
I must have misheard when we were doing this. Okay, so that was the first chest. That's the second chest. We already have the eye agates.
Mhm.
Was there any more chests?
Yeah, there were 2 more chests. A delicate porcelain dragon mask. Does anybody have that?
I have that. I don't know
That-
why it's in my thing.
We were splitting up a lot of this stuff.
It was
That's why he had the bronze dragon.
It was resting on a bed of 2,400 copper pieces. You can
Wow.
visit a money changer now that you're in the wide. You couldn't when you were, way off in nowhere. But in the wide, you can definitely get a money changer.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go do that.
So 2,400 copper and 500 silver in that chest, along with the mask.
Okay.
And the bronze crown with 5 spires, which
Okay,
I
I got
think you
the
guys have.
crown.
Yeah.
But the crown has 5 spires. Okay, cool.
And each one is
Yeah.
painted in a different color: black, blue, green, red, and white. And they each look like a
Nice.
different kind of dragon.
Okay, yeah. The stuff I wrote down, the
Mhm.
money I did not. Because I was wondering, why are we so low on funds? We've actually been doing adventures and stuff. Okay, cool. Then yeah, I think Robert, do you want to go? We can stop by a money changer on the way to Brother Hodgins, you and I go do that while they do the other items.
Sure.
Perfect.
All right.
And then I will go with Crozan to start selling everything.
All right. So for the money changing, Matt,
Yeah.
because you're a patriarch, you have access to good rates. It's 1%.
Perfect.
So whatever coinage you put in, you have to pay 1% of that. So go ahead and do that math to convert all of it into whatever. And it's not like you have to pay 1% for copper to silver, silver to gold. It's like if you just do one big transaction, it's 1% of the total value. So go, please tell me what that value is when you pay it.
Yeah. Does anybody want to give me any of their silver or copper to money change while I'm doing this, or are you guys cool with what you have on?
I like having
I'm
some
good.
silver on me. Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
let's mostly go to gold though.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Let's leave like 500 silver and take everything else to gold.
All right. So those of you visiting the Wide, who is that? Crozan and
Yes.
all right.
Crozan and Umberto.
The reason the reason that you can get away with 1%, by the way, is because he basically goes to the high hall in the government. Like he's getting the government rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's practically a member of the government. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys here, and I'm going to take Darius and Umberto. No, Darius and Robert are doing the money changing, and Umberto and Crozan are going to the Wide. All right, I'm going to roll for an encounter check in the upper city. All right, you pass by a Flaming Fist officer and a patrol of Flaming Fist soldiers. They kind of just go along looking at everyone, making sure that they're, minding their own business, making sure that, rah. And they move along their way. So no big deal there. There's a ton of merchants all hawking their wares in the Wide. And at the heart of the Wide is a statue dedicated to some of the greatest heroes that Baldur's Gate has ever known. It's a man from a distant city with a sort of a tattoo on his face, just huge burly muscles, and a miniature giant space hamster.
Go for the eyes, move.
References.
Fun fact, it's been 100 years since the Baldur's Gate games, and they are canonically still alive.
Oh, really?
The reason is, a few years ago, that statue in the central square, somebody hit it with a dispel magic, and it turned into the real Minskin Boo. They'd apparently been petrified there for like 80 years. And the citizens,
that's awesome.
the citizens were so pissed that they lost their statue that they commissioned a new one.
Nice.
All right. So there's all sorts of merchants. There's a high fashion merchant who's just gushing about how they could totally see you in a chainmail bikini, Crozan. They're trying to sell you some stuff.
Oh, don't tempt me with a good time.
I only have the porcelain face mask, the gold necklaces, and the black and gold ring. Should I have the crown? Am I supposed to be selling that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanted because you were going to have him look at the crown, right? Are we selling the crown or are we appraising the crown?
I was gonna appraise and then sell.
Or try to figure out what it is, right?
Are
Or
you,
if there's
Robert? Are you okay with selling the crown if it's not something super special?
Correct. Agreed.
Okay.
All right,
Then
so
yeah.
I have the crown. I'm gonna start by going to, I guess, like a goldsmith,
Mm-hmm.
and get the crown appraised.
Okay, roll persuasion and roll insight.
I will roll persuasion first.
Is it possible for me to assist him during that persuasion?
Roll intimidation. If you succeed, you can.
Menacingly.
Yes, roll menacingly.
Wait, I have this. Oh yeah, I have disadvantage. From
Yeah, because of
being
chat.
racist.
Exactly.
Okay, that was going to be a 20. That's
Okay, now roll insight, Umberto.
And disadvantage is now off because.
Correct.
All right, here comes the insight. Yay!
It's decent work. Definitely very distinctive given the materials, the subject matter. It is dedicated to the evil dragon goddess. This is Baldur's Gate, so that's not that big of a problem. I would take it off your hands for 175 gold.
I'm gonna say okay. Really? I mean, I agree. Umberto needs the bad karma, but seriously. All right, let me turn on the disadvantage. Okay, I am going to gently suggest, I'm going to say, hey, that's a good price. I appreciate you working with me. We're adventurers, so we're going to be selling a lot of stuff. If you give me a good deal, I'll make sure I bring everything to you. Can we make something work out? We've got a lot more coming. Can we work something out? So I'm gonna persuasion again, or is that?
Yeah, persuasion again.
All right, at disadvantage because
Yay!
That 18 though.
All right. He could probably, especially for a repeat customer, he can probably do better. He'll do 190.
190 works for me.
Great.
Let's make that work. So I will sell the thing for 190.
Delete the crown and add the 190 gold.
So I'm at 232. Okay. And then next I will appraise the 2 gold necklaces we have.
All right.
With the same guy, because I just told him that I would do that. So
okay. These are from the pirate. These are from the pirate, and it took a while back. Roll it.
All right, persuasion first, right? And then insight. And wait, did I already... Yeah, okay, I redeemed my disadvantage because Gormless is correct. Honestly, Umberto's an asshole, so I don't blame you. So there's my persuasion, and here's my insight. Oh my god.
So you talk a good talk, but you have no idea if you're getting a good deal. He'll give you 20 gold each for the gold necklaces and 100 gold for the black and gold ring.
All right. I don't even need disadvantage. Look at that. Roseanne, do you have any problem with me selling them for that price?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, yeah, I'll just sell them.
Delete those. Add 140 gold to your inventory.
Can I just do the same thing with health, where you just type in plus, or?
Nope.
Okay, so I have to do the math. 140. Okay. And then I guess now we need to figure out where we're gonna sell the porcelain doll.
Porcelain mask?
A porcelain mask, yes.
I don't know where you're keeping a porcelain doll, but
in a very special place. I honestly, Gormless, I think he may be on the way to doing that anyway. Even without disadvantage. Okay, I'm gonna look around for a vendor that will take the porcelain mask.
You know what? This guy actually, he has some contacts that he thinks he could get a fair price for. Be easy enough to handle that for you. He's a goldsmith, but he knows people who work in these sorts of items.
Sure, send me to the right guy.
All right. No, he'll just buy it off you direct.
Oh, okay. How much does he want for it?
Let's see here.
Or how much is he willing to?
20 gold. It's porcelain. It's not super, like, it's decent craftsmanship. It's not precious metals. 20 gold.
Can I talk that up a little bit?
Roll persuasion and insight.
All right, here comes persuasion. And insight.
He seems like he's being pretty straightforward with you, giving you, what it's worth.
All right, I'll go ahead and
take
take
it. Seems like a fair
then.
price. Okay.
How much was that?
20 more gold.
20 more gold. All right. I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I believe that's it. Does anyone else have any weird stuff that they wanted to sell? The crystal.
I was gonna say the crystal vials. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have potions inside of them. They're worth something, but they have potions.
Want to get them identified? Well, couldn't we just transfer the potions into just regular vials and then just sell the crystal?
Yeah,
the potions may have an on-opening effect.
Well, no, it's if you drink it, you get the effect, not if you open it.
Oh, okay. They're not like the potions where if you open them, they light on fire and all that fun stuff.
I mean, unless it's a potion of ignite upon air, then That's a weird potion anyway. We don't drink that anyway.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sell the vials.
Okay.
Same guy.
Yeah. I mean, these are all roughly in the same vein. They're all luxury items. He'll give you 40 gold total, 20 each.
I will be a warlock and attempt to get more out of him.
All right, give me the standard combo.
Persuasion. Insight. Yes, finally.
He can do 25 each. That's his best price.
And that's why we're gonna keep coming back to you, buddy. Thanks, man.
All right.
Just to make it easy on you, we'll do 23.
Sure, 46. Add 46 gold. Get rid of the stoppers. Keep the potions.
Okay.
They do not explode when exposed to air.
Matt, can you record the potions? We'll have made that transfer before we left. So.
Yep, I got it.
And you said 46.
Yep.
Because
you.
I'm trying to build rapport with this guy so we can come back and get a nice deal later on.
I have 2 potions of question mark because we have no idea what it is.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just chat him up for a little bit, and then I guess that's all I have to sell. Anyone else?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay,
when you open the potion vials and pour them into another, it's an orange flickering liquid, and like smoke leaks out of the bottle. Little bits of smoke rise up.
Does Umberto get high?
No, he does not. All right, so that's your morning. That's your morning, basically. Shopping, money changing. Do you want to reunite at the High Hall?
It would probably be beneficial. Then we can figure out what we want to do next.
Okay, I'm going to roll that, and the party will be gathered against, and then you can venture forth. Oh, I need that.
We need to do Brother Hodgins' thing as well for Dravin and I.
Right.
To inspect the book.
Yes. Why don't you all reunite while you're at it? So why don't you go to the Wide and then everyone go to Heapside? It'll be easier to keep everyone together that way.
Copy that.
All right. Grouped up and roll for encounters in Heapside. I'm just going to roll.
That makes sense. I think that works out. Oh, real quick, can I divide loot right now with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We're going to have, when this is all over, 1 gold and 5 copper in our stashed loot, but we were able to divide everything else evenly. We ended up accumulating after selling all the stuff and taking the discount, or taking the percentage off. Everyone gets 51 gold out of our 204 that we were able to get. Everyone gets 1 electrum piece. Everyone gets 2 copper and 2 silver, 7 copper. So total is 7 copper, 2 silver, 1 electrum, 51 gold. And then plus whatever you're dividing, Umberto, because you just sold a bunch of stuff, so that should be divided amongst what happened there.
Yeah, all told.
Are you keeping track of all that?
Yeah, I'm just doing that math right now to figure out how much I need to give back.
So I'm marking you. You sold the necklaces, right? I'm marking off the necklaces. I'm marking off the gold ring with the white pearl.
Yeah, everything is sold now.
Perfect. We still have skull keys because that's not worth anything, I would assume. We still have the black leather book. And the bronze crown was sold, right?
Yes, that was liquidated.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
One moment, please.
Okay. What is going on?
All right, so everyone meets up in the Wide. It's super busy. People are yelling everywhere. And Umbarta's just going to go ahead and divvy up the gold here, and then we'll be able to move right along. All right. Umbarta, how much you got?
I've got About 300 and hold on. I've got 315.
So divided by 4.
Should be 320 is the easiest to divide, so going down from there.
I can just do it here. So 320 by 4. Everyone should take 70. Everyone takes 79, and I'll take 77.
All right, so everybody add 79 gold to your inventory. You
Nice.
may have enough to pay for the rest of the, not like to have the armor made, but to have the curing done, because you owe 175. So you guys definitely have enough for that now. Do you want to go ahead and move over to Keepside to talk to the priest of Ilmater to talk about the cursed book?
I think that makes the most sense, right, folks?
Yes, sir.
So no encounter occurs. I'm going to tell you the encounter that would have occurred. A winding crack in the street shrieks when a specific party member steps on it. The crack runs for blocks, tracing back to Mandor Kai's mansion. That does not happen.
Oh,
Okay.
We've managed to get rid of that.
We took care of that.
That was quite painful.
All right. So you reach the Shrine of the Suffering, and the brother there is able to determine that the book has a curse that will strike anybody who opens it who is not the book's master. It's not a guaranteed curse, so with some magical assistance, it may be possible to, endure this curse. And it should only go off once.
Okay.
Y'all
Why
got
don't we
any
make
saving throw
Captain
buffing
Deadeye
magic?
open it?
What's that? One more
Man,
time?
You're all kinds of messed up.
Yeah.
He wants Captain Deadeye to open it. I'm just asking if anyone has
Oh.
any saving throw boosting magic.
Any what?
Saving throw boosting magic.
Oh, well, unless Robert has a cantrip.
Guidance doesn't work on saves. Bless works on saves.
Right.
And I have enhance ability, so if we can guess what kind of curse it is.
It is a curse of the body.
So Constitution. Which we have a...
Does
freaking
enhance ability
barbarian,
work on
so-
saves, or is it just
We do have a barbarian.
We also have chat.
yes, we also have chat.
Some guy just gave disadvantage to the DM. So whoever makes a save is
Hey.
just going to get advantage no matter what.
Nice.
Let's
Well, I
say,
mean, we do. The last time we got cursed, we had Brother Hodgins remove it for us, and we still have a line of credit
Mhm.
with him. So even if this goes poorly, this is the place to do it. So
Yeah, let's just get into a room with only one person in there, and then fire it.
Who's
Fire
going
it
to
off.
open the spooky book?
Who has just all around good abilities? Like pretty safe.
So it's
I
probably
think-
going to be Constitution saving. That's probably me.
I think it's safe to have Crowzen do this, especially considering he's our barbarian. So that makes the most sense.
What's your con save, Crozan?
I have a 6.
Robert, if
Okay.
you're close, you probably have the best spread for saves out of all of us.
Yeah, probably.
My con's only a 2, though.
Let's have our barbarian open it then. We can
Yeah.
always clear it if it turns out it goes sideways.
All right.
And I will cast Bless to help with that.
All right. Burn the spell slot, and you get to add 1d4 to your saving throw. Are you ready to open that book, Crozan?
I am ready. My body.
Okay. It is
So-
still locked.
I guess, how worried about this are we, guys? Do you want me to burn a second level spell slot to help?
No, because we have Brother Hodges here too.
Yeah, I think we have Brother Hodges. If everything goes horribly bad, we can always get him cleared.
Okay.
So what am I rolling?
What isn't bad? If you want, you can bless him. Do you have bless?
I just cast that.
Yep. Bless is out.
Oh, but then we're good. I think I think we're set.
Matt, roll a Thieves' Tools check with dexterity to pick the lock, but not necessarily open it.
Copy that. I will do that thing you just said. And Thieves' Tools, baby. 18.
Yeah, it pops right open, and then Crozan, you open the book.
Nice. Yes, I do.
A wisp of black smoke rises from its pages and coalesces into a skull that cackles madly for a few seconds. And roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage, plus 1d4.
You got this, buddy. Oh!
The legendary spread.
Ooh.
The legendary spread. 20 and a 1 with advantage. Yeah, you are fine. The curse does not settle in.
Wow.
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 I'll take it.
All right, it is a spell book. You can't read it.
Yep, guys, it's a book.
Does our sorcerer able to read it at all?
Warlock.
Yeah,
Warlock?
I'll take a look and see
Okay.
if I can read it.
Roll an
just
Arcana
pass
check,
it off.
Warlock. 10. Okay, so it contains a bunch of spells up to level 3. You recognize Burning Hands, Detect Magic, and Ray of Sickness as the level 1 spells, but you're not really able to identify the other spells at this time.
Do we know who would buy this and where we could sell it?
Wizards would mostly be interested in this. You'd want to sell it to a wizard.
Also, there's no notes in here. Did they have anything scrawled in their book or any notes that they were keeping between the pages
Nope.
about their activities? Nothing like that.
It's a straight up spell book.
Would I be? I don't know if we're doing
And
this.
kissed me in 2nd grade. No.
I don't know if this is a part of our online games, but am I able to use my inspiration in order to dictate a minor fact for something like that, or no?
I'll hear your offer.
So it's very important for Darius to try and not get framed for the murder of Van Tamper. So I'm
this will not help. This will not help.
Cool. And I'm not thinking like a gimme, like I did it, and it's like, oh, good, we have a confession. But yeah, no, that's fine. Coolio. I'm sure the game will take us there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you could try to find you can basically sell anything in the wide. There's always a chance you can sell something in the wide. Otherwise, the specific interest would be an arcanist of some kind or somebody who spells magical writings. Someone who sells magical writings.
Yeah.
Do we know where that vendor would be? In the wide?
Well, there's Sorceress Sundries, which is pretty close nearby.
Oh,
It's not even in the wide, it's just nearby.
Yeah, do you guys mind? Let's just go sell it.
Yes, I think that's a good idea, unless people are against that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, do it.
Also, can each of you guys add 2 of the eye agates to your inventory? That eye agate is worth 10 gold each.
Will do.
Let's go get some Sorcerer's Sundry.
Okay. One moment, please. All right. A dome. You've been here before. You ducked inside with that one lady that you were doing the escort mission with, right, Matt? And Crozan, you were both here for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really expensive scroll that's not that good here.
All right. So same old.
Same old, yeah.
Sorcerer's Sundries. I added a moment.
Can I assist him with this? Trying to like kind of run a con with him?
Oh, welcome.
Or can you...
Rivelin Blackhand is the proprietor. It's the building itself is a dome of stained glass roofing a tall, round shop, and the stained glass casts shafts of chaotic color down several open-air floors that rise on wooden pillars, connected by staircases and ladders. There's living quarters upstairs that teem with rare plants and bookcases. The bottom floor is full of magic items. The proprietor, Rivelin Blackhand, his right hand is withered by some sort of old spell. And I think I might have told a story about how it happened, but I don't remember anymore.
Okay,
Yes.
Dumbledore.
There was a very cool story.
Yes.
It was a cool story, bro.
It was a cool story, bro. So he is eager to look at this and to buy it off of you. He's going to take a couple minutes, if that's all right, to look through it.
Yeah,
Just
just
to
be careful.
see-
There's a curse on it.
Well, actually,
Just kidding.
I mean, you procced the curse. The curse is kind of done now. It was a one-time, one and done busted.
I was trying to scare him. Give him
Probably
all, like,
leverage.
hey,
Spooky.
You probably leverage that as, hey, we did you a favor.
Mm. All right. So, I actually have improved rules for magic item merchants right now.
Okay.
So he doesn't
Oh.
just have those crazy, top tier
silly
shit.
items from last time.
Yeah, the scroll of it's going to cost you $5 million. So Playboy is a tier 3. Boop, 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 boop. He is a medium quality merchant. And I just put 2 things up on his screen, and he can sell you any of these things that is medium quality or lower at the listed prices.
Let me get my glasses. Hold on.
You can also click zoom on these to zoom them.
Yeah, no, I was just teasing.
Level was the spell book?
He's looking at the spellbook right now, but he encourages you to shop around and buy things, while you're looking.
So he
I'm going
only has
to-
these things, you said?
He might have some other. He also definitely has healing potions. Like he 100% has healing potions. He definitely has these things, and he can always look around to see if there's anything else that he's got.
Would playing up like I'm looking, browsing and really interested in his shop give me any kind of benefit and a better price? Or
I'll let you roll a deception check.
Alright. Yay! Oh, look at this magic thing, and oh wow!
Okay.
Question: is it possible to make nunchucks out of immovable rods?
The problem is you have to activate them by pressing a button on them. So it's not like you can hit somebody with the immovable force, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
was thinking like mobile, like prison sort of thing.
I don't think it's impossible. All right, he's reading through it and just looking at stuff to see if he can figure out put a price on it. Okay. All right. He is willing to pay you 170 gold for the spell book.
Insight on him?
Go ahead and roll it. He is nervous and unhappy.
As in, it is not a good spellbook, and he does not want it, or it is a spellbook that he is unsure he should have, like an evil spellbook.
All you know is that he's nervous and unhappy.
Can a persuasion soothe his nerves?
What sort of approach would you be taking?
I would like to exude an attitude of professionalism and competence, and we're solid people who are not gonna turn you in if this is bad, who are not gonna give you bad wares. We're not trying to play you. We're on the up and up.
So you're gonna lie to him.
I'll casually let my flaming fist badge show on accident, and just like we're cool, we're professionals. We know what we're doing here.
Okay.
Oh, really? Thanks, man. And I'm gonna do it with disadvantage.
Yay!
All right, here she comes.
You are not the most persuasive, and your disadvantage
Okay.
is expunged. He still seems nervous. He's gonna have his apprentice Gilligan, who's a gnome, start writing up a receipt of sale for the thing if you're good for it.
I'm good for it if the party's good for it.
Yeah.
How much was he selling it for? 170?
170 gold.
Everyone add 42
Nice a spike.
and a half.
Yeah.
So 2 people get more 43 and everyone else gets 42.
Why don't we give Crozen and Robert the 43? Just because since we're mostly the money keepers, we're probably going to come into
Yeah,
extras.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and
Yay.
add that.
I think we have enough to get that armor now.
And is there anything you want to buy while you're here?
I had asked him last time we were here, which I think in game time was 1 to 2 days ago, maybe 3, because we've done a few things about the possibility of either getting a bracer of throwing knives or like a returning throwing knife. Again, I have plenty of throwing knives, so it's not like it's imperative.
Right.
It's just
he doesn't
I had
have
asked
that.
around for me.
He doesn't have that on right now, but he'll
Cool.
still. It's going to take him like a week to get that in if he can work it through his contacts. Magic items are not easy to find after all.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else at Sorceress Sundries?
Gormless, don't hold your breath.
No other business here, party?
I think
Nope.
we're good.
Okay.
Good.
What would you like to do next? We're still in the noon block, I think. You can do like one more thing before we move into the afternoon block.
Do we want to start setting up information gathering around the Riverboat Casino place?
I think that's a good idea.
The place
'Cause-
doesn't really come to life until nighttime. You could definitely do some asking around right now.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's
and
even
start,
open. One sec.
Start building our network of orphan kids like we did last time. That was really helpful to have like people watching, and with the pirate ship, how we had the local brothel helping us out too. So let's start gathering information.
How would the party like to approach that? I will also point out you have not inspected the basement of the slaughterhouse.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's very important.
Now, that would be quite a bit of a travel. You'd have to cross many districts in order to get there. And there's no saying that there's even much treasure. Maybe it's been picked through already. Who knows?
That's
Probably
true.
has.
But we do
but-
need to drop off the money in Little Kalimshan anyway.
Yeah, sure. Let's go do it.
Okay.
I mean, if we want, just to like kind of save on actual game time, we can just have 2 of us go investigate that, and 2 of us can scope out the low lantern.
Thing is, then, if we split the party, then our attention will be divided in 2 different scenes, so both scenes will go slower. So, no, we could split. That's fine, actually. This isn't a bad time to split. I think you're right.
Because we don't have to give it a whole scene. We can just make a couple checks. You say yes or no, and we move on.
Yeah, and I would say like whoever's staying near the boat could be doing things like basically starting a stakeout, and we can come back to them at kind of a slower pace. Who's good at like stakeouts and like investigation and stuff like that? I am not. I'm not a very smart cookie.
My perception's pretty low, and investigation's pretty low. I was a horrible guard.
I am wisdom based, so I guess I'm better than most, but
Do you want maybe Robert and Darius can start working on investigations while Crozan and I go give the money?
Yeah, you can give the money. And did you want to just see if there's anything under the
Yeah,
cellar of the slaughterhouse?
if we see anything, we'll run. But we'll head over there as well. That work?
sure.
Let's do it.
All right.
Perfect.
So, just to clarify, you're going to want to make sure that you have all the money together before you go. One sec. Where are my notes? So you've put 150 up front. If you have 600 gold, that is enough to have the armor made completely. Otherwise, if you have 175, that's enough to sort of put a hold on it.
How long will the armor take to make?
Probably 4 days.
Can we assume that they took Robert's measurements while he was out there
Yeah.
the first time? Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
I can throw a lot at this. I mean, as little as I have to, I'd like to, just because I have my own things with money. But I'm willing to throw enough in there to get you the armor.
Just because of how valuable Robert is to me, I will throw in a full 100.
No, I have. It's for my character. I should put most of the money in. It's only 170 left, right?
175 left. 125 left to get it cured. Let me verify. I think it might be 175 to get it cured. Yeah, 175 to get it cured. 600 right now, not on top of that, just total to have it made. So that'll cover like
everything.
Yeah, that'll get you all the way there. It's like a bar you're filling up.
I think we should just take care of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put in the 175 right now. I have the money. Let me just do it.
Okay, so I am carrying the 175 for you. I will put that in a separate pot. And then also, I am willing to put 100 towards the armor. How much? Anyone else contributing to the armor?
I can do 200 or more. I mean, I'll throw in as much as I can if we have not enough to get this thing purchased. But
why can't we just wait? I mean, we'll run into more gold shortly. Let's just let them do the first part.
I guess we could just save the last of it for pickup. I was just worried in case something happened, between now and then. I'd rather just spend it now. But you're right. I guess we could just put down the down payment, and we would need 500 more at the end.
And then if we
No, after the 175, you're going to be like another 325 away.
Okay, then yeah, we would just need 325 more.
Wait, no, hold on. I did my math wrong. 1 sec.
Because it was 700 total, right?
750 total. So I think I'm slightly off.
Let me keep some notes in the
750
treasury here.
You've put 100 down, so you have 650 left.
Down.
Yeah, you put 100. Yeah, you put 150 down, so you have 550 left to get the armor made. 750 divided by 2 is 375. So you have to get up to 375, which is why you need $1.25. Yeah, you need to put $1.25 down, and that'll get you halfway towards the armor and all the way towards having this stuff saved.
Because you said we needed 325 to get it tanned and prepped and ready to go and all that.
Actually, it's 375. I did my math wrong.
Okay,
I did my math wrong.
So then we need another 225 to get it to 375. Okay, so we can drop the 225 to get it prepped, which means we'll only
change my notes here.
375 more is what's going to be left on there.
We could probably buy the whole thing right now, can't we?
That's what I'm thinking, just so we don't have to worry about it and get them.
Well, what if we could use the favor? If we level up our affiliation with them, we can use the favor then for part of that.
If you do,
would we be able? I agree with that. Would we be able to pay the tanning cost and say, "Hey, make the armor, and we'll come and give you the cost when you're done with it in 4 days"?
Yeah, because
and then if by then we leveled up enough, then we turn in a favor,
Yeah, no, you can say, "Hey, make the armor," and he'll probably say, "If you don't buy it in a week, I'm selling it."
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so if you give him the tanning money, he'll give you a week to come back with the. He'll just start making it, and he'll give you a week to come back with the money. That work?
Robert, how much did you throw down? Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. We had 225 that we had to give them in order to make this happen. You said you just threw 150 down?
We threw in 150, and I just threw in myself 175.
175. So we only need 50. So if you could throw 50 in, then we'll be ready to go. Then we can just all we owe is 375 to pay it off.
Cool. Okay. So you're gonna send Umberto with the money, all 225 of it, 50 of his own, and 125 of Robert's, right?
Yes.
Great. I'm gonna move. Is it okay if I move the party into Eastway?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Checking for encounters. Proceeding encounter check.
I'm just gonna throw us over here, but you guys are also over there. So this is you guys in Little Column Shen. That's us over in Heapside or Eastway. Or Heapside. No, yeah, Eastway. Eastway.
Okay. I'm gonna make some dice rolls in a moment.
I am nervous.
In Forgotten Realms, is week 7 days or 10 days? I forget.
It's a 10-day, so I'll give you a 10-day to do it.
Perfect. Okay, great. And this is going to be for... Dude, this is going to be the second... Oh, he's not a paladin, but still, faithful PC that's going to get Ankeg armor. That's...
Okay.
We had a different campaign that Joe ran where that happening. It was so awesome.
Indeed. All right, so don't worry about the rest of that. So we're going to have you guys... I'm going to start by rolling for encounters as you move into Stony Eyes and Northchapel. We'll just see if you can make the journey without any problems. And if you do succeed in that, then we're going to change focus back to Eastway with the intelligence gathering efforts. Ready for it?
Ready.
All right, Umberto. Is it Umberto and Robert who are going?
Robert,
Frozen.
yes, Crozan with Umberto.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Robert is going to investigate. All right. Checking for Stony Eyes.
You guys got this. I believe in you. Yes,
You're good.
great.
You move on to Northchapel. Checking.
Northchapel.
Nothing happens. You are able to get in, drop off the money, and make the deal. Any other business in Little Kalimshan?
That's where that tiefling guy was, right?
He was in Northchapel, not in Little Kalimshan.
Oh, okay. Did we see him as we passed by at all?
No, you do not pass him by.
Okay. Then we'll head on towards Southfoot to check the basement. Crozan, are you okay with that?
I am totally fine with that.
Right.
Okay. As you pass by, 3 children wearing dirty clothing stand on the roof of a nearby building.
In
And-
Southfeet?
In Northchapel. And they're pelting people, anyone wearing armor or fine clothes, they're just pelting them with rocks.
Hmm.
I think you guys... Are you wearing fine clothes, Umberto? I don't think you are.
I know I wear like fake vestment.
Yeah, you guys look like Riesly, or... Yeah,
I
you
look
guys
like
fine.
a lookalike priest, someone who's trying to look like a priest but
Mhm.
can't actually afford the priestly garments.
Mm-hmm.
I just have regular clothes. I don't have any armor or anything like that.
So I think we'll just be passing by.
All right. You pass on by into Wit Keep.
Okay. Did you want to go back to
This is where all the weird gnome people
intelligence
are.
gathering folk?
Give me 1 sec. Before I do that, a group of
Pancakes.
a whole flock of Ankegs. A group of cutthroats and ne'er-do-wells, 3 of them and their leader, emerge from a nearby alleyway with some swagger in their steps and steel at their hips. And there's a tax to use this here street, sir. Goes to the upholding of our fine city.
Oh, does it? I know I let my badge, Flimithus badge, show. I know we don't really have authority outside of the. I'm like, oh, I wasn't aware there was another division out here. Carry on then, gentlemen.
Oh, my mistake. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, for Flaming Fist thugs, the price is doubled.
Ah,
Especially-
so 2 fists then.
Yeah.
They look pretty tough, I'm assuming.
Roll insight.
This is gonna be great.
They look fairly tough.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if they look as tough as Crozan, but nobody
So
does.
you got Crozan with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to intimidate them?
absolutely.
And I'm gonna back you up with
Mhm.
my eerie creepiness.
You should check your pockets while regaling them about the Ham Hock slaughterhouse incident.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, well, we're just coming here to check in because we heard how rough things are out here. We thought you guys could use some backup because clearly you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Crozan, can you make that? You're not proficient in intimidation, right? Or are you?
That's it. I am not.
Okay, I'm gonna have you intimidate with strength. Make a non-proficient strength check, just a flat strength check.
Saving? No, that's not right.
Yeah, not your save. You just click on strength on the left-hand side.
Oh, that right there. Look at
Yep.
The guy settled on a 10.
They're like, oh yeah, with all the burning down and the killings and all the murderers loose in the street, it's not safe around these parts, and that's why we have to take a small collection to ensure the safety and unslit throats of civilians such as yourselves.
Do I have any spells I can use on this guy?
Wait, he just brought up burning, right? Show him what real burning is all about, Umberto.
Actually, can I charm him?
Yeah, you can cast charm.
Ooh, good idea. Yeah.
Or goes very poorly. It's one or the other.
All right, and that's a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
How do I tell what my spell saves are?
Well, it's higher than 2.
13, I see that.
It is higher than.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the guys who helped with all the bad stuff that happened. My sorry. Come on, gentlemen. Let's let these nice men through. They're cool.
I'm so glad you said that. And I want you to continue your important work, and I want you to actually stop thieves and bad people from doing crazy shit in this town, Just carry on, soldier.
Yeah,
make sure to stop those cutthroats.
And always brush your teeth.
G.I. Joe.
Ovaltine.
I'm gonna see if we can just get all the way to the slaughterhouse, and then we're gonna cut back. So, one last encounter check.
Oh, before I leave, I'm gonna tell him we're gonna be back in a couple hours. Can you make sure nothing happens to us on our way back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll be on the lookout. Of course.
Appreciate it. Carry on.
All right, so I rolled for a fight with the Dead 3 abduction squad, but the Dead 3 are sort of on the back foot right now, so we're not going to do that. So you arrive safely at the slaughterhouse. It is going to take you probably at least an hour or two to go through what's down there. And
I'm going to check in on the burned houses before we do that, see if anyone needs help there.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend the rest of the day helping here, honestly.
Okay, I'll just spend like an hour or two helping, and then start digging through the slaughterhouse.
Okay, so moving through here, so seeing if there's any loot. Check the flesh pits. So there's some weird alchemical goo where they did their experiments. There is the necromancer's chambers. He has again, normally this would all be a dungeon, but we're just gonna go ahead and search through here. Okay, you find 2 things in the necromancer's lab.
Wow.
In the necromancer's personal chambers. You actually find a few things. When the Cult of the Dead 3 bought the slaughterhouse, the necromancer was posing as the accountant. He did a terrible job of pretending to be the accountant. Everybody knew he was really weird. So,
nice.
The 2 of you find a couple things. A journal and a ledger with, transactions in it. Both of which have some useful information.
Yeah.
These
guys owe so much on taxes.
You also find a mysterious eldritch book.
Another book.
It's bound in human flesh. It sits on the necromancer's... You actually find that in the laboratory. There's a cold storage room, like a refrigerator room, full of corpses in various states of disarray and disassemblement. This is clearly where the golem was assembled and where it was being prepared. There's all sorts of surgical tools and weird alchemical reagents. And on a podium nearby is a book bound in flesh.
Oh,
Probably
that's
not
where I
creepy.
left this. No, I mean, I'm gonna check for knowledge arcana, see if
Okay.
it makes any sense to me. I'm not gonna open it though.
You're just gonna look at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna like investigate it. Is this
Mhm.
anything I would recognize?
This
Very
gives-
cursory inspection.
This gives crows on the willies, so I'm not gonna touch it.
Did you say cursory?
It's funny because you're cursed. Okay, this is an enchanted manual of golems.
Ooh.
Oh.
Most of the power is gone from it.
Oh.
Most.
It is incredibly dangerous to read if you do not have the power to use it. It is beyond your knowledge. If you attempt to decipher or read it, it will destroy your brain.
As one does.
It might be worth something to the right buyer.
So what you're saying is, since it normally makes a flesh golem, since we had a mostly completed, you could probably make a somewhat completed flesh golem with the power.
So
remaining.
is there really just a flesh parrot?
Rat brains, rat. So you can add a partially completed, or you can add a
Mostly depleted.
mostly depleted manual of flesh
There you go.
golems. Mostly depleted
I'm
manual
not
of
gonna-
flesh golems.
So I won't touch it. Let's like
Mhm.
get a piece of cloth and like wrap it up that way. So we
Yeah,
don't,
I agree.
no skin to skin. Like that's how STDs are transferred.
Up. So the journal has some of the following information. And it's all written in stuff like this. Know me and fear me. My embrace is for all and patient but sure. The dead can always find you. My hand is everywhere. There is no door I cannot pass, nor guardian who can withstand me. It's all stuff like that. Hail Mercule.
Basic stuff,
Yep. So, TLDR, the journal reveals the following information. The Cult of the Dead 3 took over the slaughterhouse as a base to spread fear and panic across the city. Jameis, the necromancer, is supposed to be the accountant, but he hates it, he's tired of it, he's bored. He's obsessed with building his ram-headed golem. The Vanthampurs are paying the Dead 3 to murder people in the city.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
The Vanthampurs are paying the Dead 3 cultists to murder people.
Man, that is heavy and very expensive.
The Dead 3 cultists don't know why, but they think it has something to do with undermining the Flaming Fist. The payments come from Amric Vanthampur, who runs a money-lending business out of the Low Lantern.
Oh my gosh, I need to get back to you guys with that information.
You also have the Ledger. The Ledger contains information about payments. It records payments made from Amric. It also has payments to Candle Hollow's funeral arrangements.
For bodies.
Body parts and reagents from the graveyard. There's
Right here, this is the one.
there's
Gotta
a
get that
note.
nightshade.
There's a note in the journal complaining that Leilena Candlehollow always takes the choicest and rarest of the deceased for her own experiments and leaves him with like the middle caliber stuff. It's really annoying.
Those sons of guns, we helped them earlier.
Okay, so that's what you find there. I'm gonna just add the ledger,
I like how
the journal.
This book is exactly everything that I wanted in the other
I know.
book. Isn't it?
That's what I was like. You can't have it.
Oh man.
Okay, so there's nothing in that room. The alchemical laboratory. Okay, so are you ready to add more stuff to your inventory?
I'm ready.
4 potions of healing. 4 vials of acid. 4 doses. It should be in the compendium, and you should be able to drag and drop it into your inventory.
Okay, for now I'm just writing it because I'm an idiot. All right. Proceed.
You know what? I'm going to type it into chat. One sec.
There you go. Let's do that.
That's a really good idea.
Two doses of Assassin's Blood Poison, 2 doses of Truth Serum, and 4 doses of Basic Poison.
Ooh, roguey-like.
So that's what you find. There's also 3 barrels of embalming fluid, which is both poisonous and flammable, but it weighs a lot. It weighs like 20 pounds per barrel. So it's your call if you want to lug those. You'll have to calculate your encumbrance.
Wait, how much? Barrels of what?
Embalming fluid.
Oh.
Apparently, if you add it to opioids and smoke it, it changes the nature of your high, I've heard.
So technically, could we just have Crowzen and you guys drag it to like one of the bottom levels, and then on the way back we can just let Brother Hodgins know that, hey, there's embalming fluid down there if you want some.
If Crowzan can carry 60 more pounds of stuff, then you can bring him with you.
I think with a strength of 18, it should be good.
Your inventory should automatically track your encumbrance. So if you add them and calculate the weight, it'll tell you if you're encumbered. Now,
so I should absolutely do this from the compendium then, because I'm not adding weight.
Yeah, you definitely want to go from the compendium. So last but not least, before you get too into it, Crowzan, roll an athletics check to bust down a door into the storage room.
Come on, big money.
Yeah, you bust it off of its hinges. So the storage room has all sorts of supplies, including 4 more vials of acid, and a chest. It is locked. What would you like to do?
How heavy is this chest?
Oh, I knew you were going to make me do the math. One moment. So
You could just say it's easy enough to carry.
No, it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy.
Can we rent a cart?
You could rent a cart, but the cart won't be able to go through the gate because only you can go through the gate. You know what I mean? Chest weighs 25 pounds by itself. Plus fun with math. This episode, I'm gonna probably call this episode on fun with math. Is probably when I upload it to YouTube. The thing I like about this campaign compared to the other stuff we do on the channel is that this campaign is sort of, the other campaigns are highly cinematic and highly like, you know, wibbly wobbly. This campaign is much more classic D&D. It jingles, by the way. It jingles a lot.
Ooh, I like jingle.
Crowzen, do you have a crowbar in your inventory?
Explorer's Pack, don't they have it?
It might. Let me look up what an Explorer's Pack has.
Okay, it's actually 2 chests because one chest can't hold all this stuff. Between the two of them, it's 150 pounds of stuff.
Ooh. So how do you calculate carry weight? That's right.
So on your character sheet, it should automatically do the math for you. Let me find Crowzan.
Oh, there it is. Over carrying capacity.
Where does it flag if you actually are over your carrying capacity?
It's right underneath your total weight. It'll say. So I can carry 1 embalming fluid and those 2 chests. They're 150 total?
Yeah, 150 total.
Okay.
So you can just put it as 1. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm at 245 pounds and I'm carrying, and I'm good.
And that is everything that is down there.
Okay, I'm adding all that in. Crowzan, you have the helm for a sec. I have to figure out what I'm doing and get all my items.
So Crowzen just goes down like totally fine, then it comes back as a fucking pack mule.
Yep.
Good day to work out.
Every day.
So I think we're gonna. Oh god. I think we're just gonna head back to the party. I think, right?
Cool. Yep. And before I make my bazillion encounter rolls, since we only have about 10 minutes, let's go ahead and give the Eastway gang a chance to do some investigation. All right.
Yep.
Squad, what would you like to do?
Matt.
I am helping Robert because Robert's the best lookout that we got. So I figure for this part, we could go in. It's not open yet, right?
I don't believe so.
So I mean, we can just kind of keep an eye out. and see if there's any comings and goings. It is a actual place where business is done, so
Let's see.
we can just kind of see if there's any deliveries, see if we've noticed anything. But really, I think it's just a stakeout for the most part.
Yep. I will give you a breakdown of this. The Low Lantern is an aging, three-masted merchant ship permanently docked on the east side of the harbor. Far past the point of being seaworthy, the vessel was converted into a tavern and gambling house that is open all day and night.
Oh, well, there you go.
The dice game Baldur's Bones is just as popular here as in other taverns.
Man, this Baldur's guy was really famous, wasn't he?
Right? His bones, his gait.
I would say not nearly as much as his gate. His gate is the most famous.
Exactly.
Heyo, that's an innuendo.
It's pretty quiet right now during the day. There's just a few patrons drinking and gambling below decks. You know that the place Umberto gets more disadvantage.
Heyo.
You know that the place like definitely comes to life at night a lot more so. You can roll history checks or perception checks to see if there's anything else that you can determine. But again, it's pretty quiet during the day. Robert and Darius, what would you like to do?
The way I usually go about these things is I would just assume the form of a just a normal, inconspicuous dude, and then just keep an eye out, and just see what I see. But if Robert has anything else that might be better,
yeah, I can do some history, do some perception. Both meh.
All right.
I was gonna assist you with your I can't assist you with history, but I can assist you with perception. Just be a lookout for you.
Okay. Do we want to question him, or are we just waiting for him to go in? What is our ultimate goal for this?
I think eventually we're gonna, once we get information from our friends, see what they found. Our plan was to basically take either the evidence that we've been accumulating, pointing his family to these bad things and saying, "Hey, man, what do you got?" Either we're gonna expose you, or either fess up or pay up. We're going to confront him with this. But I think what we're doing right now is just keeping an eye on things and giving us any information by just watching out to prepare for this meeting,
Copy.
Two of us.
Are there any shopping carts or stores nearby that we could question them?
Definitely.
Just sort of asking around, seeing if there are any uncouth patrons have been frequenting lately, that sort of thing.
Youths everywhere.
Roll a persuasion check to sort of talk people up.
Matt, that would probably be you.
Me, man, I got it. Normal and persuasion. Where are we, baby? There we go. That was decent.
All right. So, I mean, anyone can tell you that Emmerich Van Thampor usually frequents the lounge deck. So, if you go topside on the ship, there's the top side, then there's the tavern deck underneath that, and then underneath that is the lounge. And that's normally where Emmerich sort of holds court, and he's usually good for a loan of up to 150 gold. It tend to be like short-term loans. Let's just see what is his. It's a limit of 150. He charges repayment in a 10-day. He wants you to pay him back in 10 days. He charges 25% on the loan. And because he's in with one of the dukes of Baldur's Gate, so like nobody wants to cross him, and he's got plenty of muscle he can call in if necessary. He normally shows up closer to nighttime, and that's what you're able to derive from it so far. So he's not here yet. Which means you could...
Do we know where Sorry, go.
Well, one, it means you could get in before he arrives. He lives in Van Thampor Villa with his rich, powerful family. They're in temples. They're in the temple district. They're really close to the High Hall. Your guys' base of operation is the Van Thampor Villa. So usually he arrives from there or from elsewhere in the city if he's on other business.
Which means he has to walk through Heapside?
Yeah.
Which would be...
Do you want to kidnap this guy on the way to Low Lantern?
Well, do we know he's guilty? Do we know...
Here's the thing.
You guys don't, but...
No. Well, with your book, it's going to be confirmed. Right now, we know that Mortlock was not a good guy. He was in with some bad stuff. And then we heard from Voss that Emmerich has been funding the Cult of the Dead 3. So we know that he's not just funding a bathhouse, he's funding them. They know where the money was coming from. And
You guys don't know that yet, do you?
No, we already knew that, friend. Voss, a
Okay.
few sessions ago, told us that Emmerich Van Themper, this guy we're talking about, has been funding the Cult of the Dead 3. So that is already common
okay.
knowledge to us.
Right, that's what we heard right before we tried to
That's
kill
why
him. And
we're
then,
exactly. That's why we're even
right,
checking.
okay.
Now you guys have even more incriminating evidence, but just from hearsay, we already knew where to investigate. But now you guys have actual physical evidence showing that. So we could, again, we don't know about that incriminating evidence yet, but we already know he's a bad dude. So I guess we could try to kidnap him on the way. But I think that is that what you want to do, Robert? You want to try and grab this guy en route?
That, I think, would be the least bloody, the easiest. For once, we'd get the drop on someone, which would be kind of nice.
I mean,
if
it's
you
very
guys, do you think we will be back by the time they're ready to spring their plan?
Yes, you're going to arrive in the evening block.
Okay.
After
so
this encounter I just rolled for you on your way back through Norchapel, which we'll have to handle next time because we're about out of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can end it here and make a plan for
Mhm.
before. But I think that, yeah, getting him en route is not a terrible idea, although he might have guards. Very likely, since he's a patriarch, will have guards on the way to the Low Lantern. So we just need to be aware of that.
Right. I mean, we
Just to
could.
kind of... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, a plan is forming. I mean, we have the God of Yeet. Get a couple carts, yeet them into a cart, right off with them. I mean, it's not that hard.
You
My
know,
favorite
actually,
part was you
not a-
said yeet twice.
No, we did actually have some carts that we did some work for Candle Hollows where we were collecting dead people. We could just knock him out and throw him in a dead person cart and just keep going and, you know, meet up with him like in the basement of the Shrine of the Suffering or something. But I was thinking that my idea initially was for us to kind of go to him, set up a meeting like under the premise of borrowing money and then going, hey, by the way, here's some blackmail. We need to go from here. But we could just interrogate him
And
as well.
you guys don't know this, but I have truth serum from the place.
Nice.
So you guys won't know this in game, but if
Yeah.
we meet up, if the snatch and grab plan doesn't work, we could have you cozy up to him at the place and slip him some truth serum and plug him for information that way.
That's a good idea. I think just because we're wrapping up right now, Robert, do you want us to make our plan? Since we did a little bit of digging, we can just go to Candle Hollow, say, hey, give us a cart. We're going to go collect some dead people. And we'll kind of like have our thing set up. So when the next time we play, we can handle their encounter and then we can all meet up and do our snatch and grab.
I think we'd want to watch him making his trek from the villa to here, so we'd know how many guards, etc. And so maybe plan it for the next evening.
Oh, so basically just look now and then, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Do a day of recon, basically.
What, you mean, well, hold on a second. Wait, no. No, you're talking about planning something, not just charging in and dying like you always do. What the hell are you doing, man?
That's illegal.
So then just because of how things go, my brain of brains is telling me that we'll just tail him for our time. And then depending on when the next game is, I'll probably just do some side quests because I'm sure we'll have, you know, trouble scheduling all four of us again.
All right.
But if not, then, you know.
Since we're wrapping up, I've been rolling for encounters and just to try to reunite the party. Real quick, passive perception for Umberto and Crozan, please.
Here it comes.
And I'm muted. 11.
11?
Oh, I tell you my number? Or...
Yeah, just tell me your number. What is your passive perception?
Oh, my passive is 9.
Okay.
Wait, how is mine more than yours?
Wait, do I roll it?
Nope.
No, I don't roll it.
I roll against it.
Ah.
And
are we extended? Did I just hear we're extended out a little longer?
I don't think so.
Just enough time to wrap up, I think.
Yeah, just enough time to wrap up. So I'm just going to make some secret rolls.
And we're both dead. We got stabbed. Yay!
Again.
Again.
Nope. That being said, When you guys get back, you are going to discover that you are each missing a coin pouch.
Well, shit.
You got picked on your way through Norchapel. What do you guys keep in your coin pouches?
Well, shit.
A lot.
You guys remember that thing where I was talking about keeping most of your money back to the high hall and only carrying so much?
Most
when
of this came from when we were out shopping, okay?
Yeah,
I
just now.
know.
Like,
I know. I'm just, putting that out there.
I carry 232 gold.
All right, that's 4
I have-
pounds.
That's a lot of gold.
I'm inclined to say you probably keep that in separate pouches.
Yeah.
Give me one
That's
second.
a really large,
Right?
comically large
Jingle
money pouch.
jangle.
fucking Scrooge McDuck.
I think you get robbed for 50 gold. And
Okay.
probably each of you get robbed for 50 gold.
Acceptable.
So go ahead.
That's a shitload of gold.
Oh, those
Yeah.
pickpockets just made out today.
Oh.
So
They
go
can
ahead.
retire.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. So go ahead and deduct that. We're gonna wrap, like I said. Nope, cancel that. Encounter check. Another threat. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave us with this. As you're coming back in through Stony Eyes, you hear screaming and people fleeing in the streets.
Oh my god.
A double-bladed axe flies through the air under its own power, swooping over people's heads and like chopping the air above them. Just
What the rubbery hell?
and we're gonna end it there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for giving Disadvantage, and hopefully we'll see you before 4 months go by.
No guarantees.
Bye everyone.